Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Tajigen, Ohio gozaimasu, is your favorite superstar maniac, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Khaiden, a sentient star cluster and many cosmic minds combined in VTuber, V-singer form. A bit of a morning voice today again, Tajigen. Another one of those days in which I'm waking up as close as possible to stream time and just, I don't know, kinda neglecting breakfast. Man, eating is annoying, okay? Eating is annoying. Ah, man, as if yesterday's 9 hours, having to just take, let's say, fast meals wasn't enough. I would love to get something like, you know, Soylent or what have you, but those things are expensive. Here we are in Master Duel though. I have not seen if there's an update for the game, in the game itself. I did update it on, Steam, outside of the game itself, but you know how Master Duel is. It's one of those games where it has its own updates, regardless of how much you've updated in the platform you have it in, if it has those external updates, like Steam or Play Store or what have you. Which when you go into the game that is going to download several megabytes, several gigabytes, depending on what it is, right? Since it hasn't been that long since we last were in it, it should be okay, but I don't know. Well, we're about to find out the hard way. But either way, we're going into it casually in this now 4-year-old game. I think it was December when we last played it. I don't think it was this month, right? So at some point this month it became the 4-year anniversary, and I think they've been celebrating that. And I think we should that's what we should talk. That's what we should focus on. Talk about. I was gonna say. Well, that's what we should focus on in what we do today. Our last stream of the week. It's been an epic week, Tajigen. My goodness, it's been an epic week. We had F14 2 days in a row. The Eureka stuff. I should not have underestimated Eureka. Ended up being tougher than we thought it would be. I now am more savvy when we get to the end of Eureka Pyrus eventually. Mostly I'm gonna do Eureka Pyrus off stream, but the main quests with Kryl and all that, I'm going to do them on the stream. That's the plan anyway, like the Ally Society stuff, B-Stripe stuff if you want to call it that. But I was gonna say, yeah, that's Eureka Pyrus. That's definitely a plan we can do for it. We did leave a few things unfinished in Legend CA as well. But no, wait, let's talk chronologically about the week. Shadowbringers, 7.5 hours it was, and a great epic. Right before returning to Yulmore, we left it off there. I think on the next Shadowbringers stream, I think it's gonna be this Saturday. On Friday, we'll do something special with Alluring in a collab and all that. But yeah, on Saturday, it'll be Story Saturday again, but it will be with F14. Final Fantasy Friday is still there in the form of that collab, right? For the Valentions event. Not Valentine's, Valentions. Right? And yeah, we'll continue with I still want to do either current and role quests, especially role quests, but we're first gonna finish certain things in the MSQ, getting to the level 78 stuff, and I think then we'll go back, so to speak, to the level 76 role quests. I still should ensure, you know what I need to do? I need to ensure Dark Knight and Monk become level 78 before that stream, ideally. They're not that far away, they're both at 77, but... Or no, wait, Monk is not a 77, but Wondrous Tales is something that can help with that, if even needed. Otherwise, I should use Wondrous Tales for Bard, which I still need to level up. That's less urgent, let's say, less urgent. And I still wanted to pick up the crafting stuff in Shadowbringers, whatever it's called. It's yeah, it's a name, it's something in the Crystarium, but I forget what it is exactly and how it works. But anyway. We'll figure it out somehow. We'll do it some way, somewhere, some when, all the WH words, somewhat, somehow as well. And somehow, we're gonna push through the scuff that's happening now. We're dropping some frames from internet shenanigans. It's very minor now, but the fact that it's already happening 10 minutes into the stream is not a good sign. Well, I'd rather, you know, lose a game because I get disconnected than have the stream. Like, I'll say that. And it was so funny, right? Some bad shenanigans happened in Eureka on Thursday. But like, after we actually did everything in Eureka, I still would have preferred the game lagged, honestly. Yeah, because the game didn't lag when we were like getting disconnected left and right a little bit on Thursday. But yeah, hopefully things are okay with the scuff and all that. But yeah, I was gonna say, and yeah, yesterday in Legend CA, we went far with it. We still have a few things left with the Infinite CA Royale, so we'll have yet one more game before we actually start the DLC. One more stream, I mean, before we start the DLC, which will be this Thursday, I think. Or maybe even Sunday, but I'm thinking Thursday. We won't wait long before we get back to it. And then Mega Dimension. February is the start of the Mega Dimension, indeed. I'm kind of curious to see what times have been submitted to howlongtobeat.com. I would love to submit some time, submit some time of my own, but it wouldn't be accurate if I just base it on the stream, because I've also done things off stream, rotating Pokemon and all that, and like, yeah, like a lot of things that have nothing to do with progression. Like a lot of what I did off stream was also like just having fun, grinding it out in the Royale, Pokédex completion. Well, that is important as part of it, but also online, things like that. Any potential extra time we may have on this stream, which is most likely going to be this Thursday. Any potential extra time we're going to use for online battles, I think. Even if I'm getting my ass kicked left and right. We may do some EV training or something like that. We shall see. Or I might do it off stream and then boom, I bring you the prepared Pokemon. But yeah, I'm seeing some very accurate times. There have been a lot of times submitted for both games. Pokemon Legend CA, main plus extra, 39.5 hours. I may still submit a time, but it's not going to be fully accurate. I'm just kind of gonna maybe remove some time. Like, how long have I spent in online battles? It has to mean something like 30 hours. But we ended up with like over 90 hours in the game and all that. I went for completionist. So there's 3 categories, right? Main story, main plus extra, completionist. Completionist is basically what we did. Basically, that's it. That's what we went for right there. So yeah. It's quite a bit, right? It's quite a bit. Then the Mega Dimension. Yeah, for like Legend CA completionist, since week 63 hours for Legend CA. Main plus extra, 39.5. Just the average, right? This is an average we're talking about, with all the time submitted. Pokemon Legend CA Mega Dimension, 23 for main plus extra. Completionist, 44.5 hours. Quite a bit of time. We will complete the Pokédex. I'll leave a lot of that to be off stream as well. I think that'll be okay, but yeah. Now, however, our priority is on the time. What is the time? It's time to duel. It's time to duel now. So let's launch Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, but well, let's see if it doesn't have a download of its own. Hopefully it doesn't. And yes, today I expect it to be a much shorter stream than the streams we've had this week, which have been great too. Let's Tajigen travel, not to this overlay, let's do this one. Let's Tajigen travel. The dual record thingy is ready. The win-loss record text on the screen is ready. Let me give it a moment to appear on the screen here. On the 4-year anniversary now. Let's see if there's an update, because it's gonna tell me only until now if there is. I know, I should have checked before. There is indeed stuff to download. Oh no! Oh no! Tajigen, we're gonna have to change plans. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! All right, what should we do instead of Master Duel today? We're gonna change plans. No, we can't do this. No. You'll want to yap about something? I mean, it's gonna make the stream lag. If I try to use this, yeah, I have no way to throttle it. I don't know how to throttle the game so that, and it's gonna make it take longer though. We have to give it a try though. Otherwise, the Master Duel quiz can be fun, but the stream is about to lag from this, I think. Is it about to lag? I'm gonna be very, very happy if it doesn't. Okay, well, Master Duel quiz. Otherwise, it's like, it's downloading it at a nice speed. It's okay. I don't know how these internets work sometimes, I swear. Give me a second, give me a second. Give me a second. I mean, we can take the quiz. Okay. I'm like 10 whole gigabytes. Sounds like so much, and it is a lot, but also mostly I'm thinking of like in terms of not in storage space, which I still need to watch out for, but no, in other terms, like in terms of like the stream. Okay, we might be okay. This is the second stream this week in which I'm like, oh no, we need to switch plans. Or maybe not, or at least doesn't seem this way so far. What was I gonna say? Yeah, because on the I had some weird launcher issues for FF14 on Thursday. Not on Friday, but on Thursday it happened. This is very telling, right? That I'm not getting any lag downloading this. My internet service, the service I have, yeah, it's not a 10 gigabyte per second upload thing or download thing, but it's not a low quality thing. I'm not struggling with only like 5 megabytes upload or something, right? And that arguably you can do a lot on the stream with that. I know from experience. Or you know, with upload related things, live upload related things. But no, to exaggerate further, like 3.5, 3.7, some weird number like that. No, but it's about instability, right? This is why I keep saying, if I had 1 terabyte upload speed, I would still have issues. Because it's about it being unstable when the issues happen. It's kind of funny though. Still with this morning voice talking like this. At least, you know, they've done a great thing with this game though, in which you have the quiz. This is Young Synchron. Why don't we do the quiz as much as we can? Yeah. Get distracted with it. Keep yapping about things. Otherwise, yeah, this doesn't take away from the time too much. I mean, part of the time might not be on duels either. Like it might be on deck building. We'll see. I remember what Yami Yugi said. Yami has a nice quote. When you face him in one of the many duels you can face him at, in Eternal Duelist Soul. I would love to play that on stream. There's an Origins collection you can buy on Steam, but no rhyme intended. You ever say something like Steam Deck or Stream Deck, but you say it the other way around? You add the R or you remove the R when you didn't intend to. It's like when I say Tombstone instead of Tombstone, right? Tombstones of Poetics in FF14, for example. Anyway, which of the following statements about pendulum monsters is correct? They always have a pendulum scale. They always had a face of the extra and leave the field. They also go in the place in the deck. They always have pendulum effects. It's one of these two, but I would think it's that one. Yeah, I guess they're not always added at face up. There's some effects that say otherwise. Which special summoning method requires monsters with the same level? Oh, well, yeah, and the way it was phrased, it implies that they may not even be placed in the main deck, or... Yeah, okay. Monsters with the same level as materials. Xyz? Yeah, it should be Xyz. It's just that monsters... The materials have a level, the Xyz monster you summon doesn't have a level. It's technically not a level, right? Oh, I have no idea. I'm gonna say Cyburst based on the look of it. Text Changer. Yeah, it looked like a Cyburst thing. Ah, Link Spider. Link Spider. But yeah, it's really funny though. This really proves to me, again, my internet should be fine. Like, look at us, we're downloading 10 gigabytes. We're still streaming. That's how it should be, and it's been this way for a long time. And I'm like, as I said, I've done this for a while, and there are some long ago times lost to the vortices of time in which I did streams in 540p, and upload speed was lesser then, and eventually the service got better. We upgraded to that. I upgraded to that, and during the initial months or so, there would still be a thing where like I download something like this in the stream, and the stream is gonna lag during that time. And that's why I got used to that, right? And thus now, but now for years it was like not like that anymore. Like I can download this much and the stream is gonna be fine, as it should be. As it should be. I don't know how it works. Like this download and upload are separate things, right? But how much are you uploading when you play a game like this, right? Whatever it is, I'm not doing that as much because I'm not playing against someone right now. But this game is weird too, because on the game side, on the server side of things, not on my side, or on the other player side, disconnections happen. I still encounter so many players. We've seen that on the last Master Duel stream, that get the little like bandwidth red thing, the icon. They get disconnected, the connection lost. Thankfully, it's not happening to me. I don't know. It's happened to me even when my internet has no issues. Still, weird things happen in Master Duel. We have house rules. Unless it really looked beyond reasonable doubt or beyond certain doubts, I don't know, that I was gonna win or I was gonna lose. If I lose because I get disconnection issues, or the other player loses because they get disconnection issues, it does not count as a win or a loss for me, respectively, on the duel record. That's gonna remain in that, you know, it says 0-0 right here. It looks like a, oh face. You know, I'm glad we're doing it on stream, because had I seen this before the stream, like a little bit before the stream, because I opened the game quickly before the stream, but I didn't. I was like, you know what? We're just gonna risk it and see what happens. I didn't think the update would be so big. I think it's something to do with the fact they're doing the anniversary stuff. Let me change the title of the stream. Meanwhile, I want to say something about that. 4 years of Master Duel. Yeah, there's such a thing as casual. And this, right? We'll change it to that. In both places, let's say. "4 years of MD. We'll do it like that. Let's give that a try. Let's say it like that. Yeah. And they might be giving away the free things. How the hell is it 4 years, Tajigen? How the hell is it 4 years? I remember 4 years ago being sucked into this, streaming it, and then eventually stopping because hyperfixations come and go. But yeah. Which of the following statements about fusion monsters is correct? They can only be special summoned today. They cannot be special summoned unless it is with effect polymerization. None of these are correct, because there's all sorts of ways to special summon them without polymerization now. It doesn't have to be the extra monster zone only. They are returned to... Oh, okay, yeah, they are returned to the extra deck instead of your deck. I thought it said graveyard instead of deck right there, but yeah, okay. Otherwise, it would have been incorrect too. Yeah, okay. This is Ring of Destruction. I see your little destruction ring bamboozle you're trying to pull. Alright. The 3 structured decks that can be chosen as rewards after completing the tutorial at the beginning of the game are Power of the Dragon, Synchro of Unity, and which other deck? I think it's Magician of Pendulum? Link Generation. Okay, that makes more sense. First incorrect one. Does it tell me how many I got correct and incorrect at the end of it? Because I think it doesn't. Anyway, which of the following statements about Exceeds monsters is correct? They cannot be played in face-down defense. But they have no level, that's all. No, wait, can they be? No, they can be playing in face-down defense. I'm thinking of Link. They have no level. They have no level. We were just saying that. Number 10. We've gotten 8 out of 9 correct so far. I don't know the name of this card. Defense draw from the look of it. Half shot, okay. 8 out of 10 correct so far. Oh, there we go. Okay. It does 10 at a time. Alright. I still need to do like a bunch of proficiency tests, and anyway, this is gonna be studying for that. What is the name of this card? I don't know. Ryu Okami? King Dragon? That makes more sense than what I was thinking. We were mentioning this bad boy on the Legend CA streams recently. Rush Recklessly. Can I? I can't look at it. I nicknamed my Embor Rush because of this. And like, it's not just the fact that he resembles a boar. It resembles a boar. It's because all the moves we gave it are pretty much rushing towards the enemy. Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, Head Smash, and I forgot the other one, but I think it was something like that. What was it? We gave it a Rock type, Head Smash. Fire type. Oh yeah, Close Combat. Rushing recklessly in a different way, but it's like just charging ahead. Just charging ahead with my big board that is now wielding like a halberd or something in its Mega Evolution. Yeah. Out of the 3, I think Embor is my favorite. I already said it's my favorite Mega Evolution, right, in the 3 Legend CA starters, but maybe overall it has become my favorite. Our actual starter was Chikorita, though. But that was just partly decided by you. I think it came down to a tie, and then we broke the tie, I think. I'm still happy with Mega Green, my Meganium, though. Yes, perhaps sooner than later we shall return to Pokemon TCG Live, or, well, Pokemon TCG overall. Which of the following does not belong to the battle phase steps? The damage step, I think. The attack step. I don't get it. I don't get it. But alright. What is the name of this card? This is Colossal Fighter. I think it doesn't have an effect. It's a synchro monster with no effect, I think. One of the earliest ones. What is the name of this card? Silver Scry? Look like it from the art. Good art, by the way. Though, you can say that about pretty much any Yu-Gi-Oh card. What is the level of this card? Flamvell Uruquises. I remember this one, but I don't remember the level. I think it's 5. It's 6, okay. It's like I've seen it in Red Dragon Archfiend decks or associated decks. Which of the following statements about tribute summons is correct? Can be tribute summon in the face of defense position. A type of special summon must tribute a monster. They can tribute face down defense position monsters on the field. Yeah, because you must tribute a monster implies it's only one all the time. It can be 2 sometimes. Sometimes even more. Speed Warrior. What is the level of this card? Let's see. Once per battle, you can make the attack become... I have no idea. I'm gonna say 3. That's just a wild guess. I really didn't know. But it is synchro-based stuff. Again, 5D's era things. Lamphorhynchus. Am I saying it right? It's Lamphorhynchus, right? Well, that's how I say it. What is the name of this card? We're gonna guess. I would think it's Twin Photon Lizard, but... Duel Assemborm? Nice. Yeah, Twin Photon Lizard. I couldn't draw a picture in my head right now if you asked me what it looked like. But I know it doesn't look like that. Or I was almost certain. And I was right, but I was almost certain. Next quiz. This is the 3rd quiz. Crowned by the World Chalice. I think this is Fairy. Spellcaster makes sense too. I don't remember. Still a lot of single player things we need to do. What is the name of this card? This is Blue Eyes White Dragon. Not the alternative. I see the bamboozle you tried to do, but it's Blue Eyes. It's Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Junk Warrior. The level of this card. Junk Synchron plus 1 known to the monster. What level was Junk Synchron again? 4? 2? I think Junk Synchron is 2. You are level 6, I think. 5! Ah, I keep getting it backwards. It's 5 when it's 6, and it's 6 when it's 5. Chosen by the World Chalice. World Chalice is gonna be Warrior. Okay. I guess Psychic makes sense too. What is the name of this card? Do you think I should get into the Psychic type like I've gotten into the Psychic type in Pokemon? Like I should do it here? Somehow a Psychic-based deck? There's this 6 Synchro Psychic card that I think I have. I forget the name of it, but it says Psychic in the name somewhere. Anyway. This is... It's gotta be beckoned by the World Chalice. It's the gang, it's the gang. It's the squad for the World Chalice. Colossal Fighter again. First time we repeat a question, I think. Since a lot of gigabytes we're downloading. Yeah, we're here for a while, but... Which special summoning method requires monsters with the same level as materials? XC summon, same thing as before. Oh, I just realized how the question is phrased. It wasn't saying that the monster you summon has levels. With the same monsters with the same level as materials. Yeah, that makes more sense than how I was saying it, I guess. Which of the following has a spell speed of 3? Oh, I don't... activation of a counter trap card. That's always the most speedy. I still don't quite get spell speeds. Sometimes when I'm like, hey, why wasn't I prompted to activate that? It must have something to do with that master rule or something. I don't know. This is Smashing Ground. What is it? The monster with the highest defense on your opponent's side of the field? If we go to Yu-Gi-Oh! 20 years ago, yeah, 2006, which is now 20 years, at least early 2006, this was a big one. I know because I played a lot of that Game Boy Advance game, World Championship 2006. Like the last game maybe before Synchro was introduced? Last major one for me. And those are all great games because you can have the AI use any deck you made. And that was like, oh man, that's what got me so addicted to it. And I was actually still playing it all the way until this game released, basically. Yeah. Exaggerating the timeline a little bit there, but pretty much that. No, not exaggerating, like, give or take. Whatever. Which of these cards is a trap card? Dust Tornado. Hey, Tornado, what is that? I need to see that one. 7 out of 10. Can we get a perfect score? We haven't gotten a perfect score. Maybe let's aim for that. We're yapping as well. We're taking detours from this quest to yap about things. I don't know what we're about to see when we go into the login screen. Well, 4-year anniversary events, things going on for that. I expect to see. How many gems did I have? I did not buy the Duel Pass, did I? Because yeah, and I'm glad I didn't because I haven't been active on this recently. So yeah, only if we reach like 50 or 75, we should just do it then. Which of these cards is a spell card? I think it's Parallel Twister. I'm picturing a card in my mind. I don't know if it's that one, but anyway. You know, an image of a card. This is half shot, now we know this. Colossal Fighter, but what is the level? I did not pay attention. I think it's 6. I think it's 6. 8, okay. Okay. What is the name of this card? The Dark Hex-Sealed Fusion. Again, Duel Monsters 20 years ago. You're killing it with a card like that, depending on the deck. Which of the following statements correctly describes the cards in your hand? In the draw phase, you should draw as many cards as it takes to bring the draw number in your hand to 5. No. If you have 6 more, you must describe your hand to 5. No. You cannot have more than 7 cards in your hand. Isn't the limit 6? Maybe it is 7, but I'm gonna say it's this one because the others are incorrect. Wait, what? There is no upper limit to the number of cards that can be in your hand. Depends on what they mean by upper limit. There is a limit. I guess, well, there isn't a limit that is like immediately imposed. But it is gonna be imposed at the end of the turn. That is a limit. Or I guess that's not a limit, but more like a rule. But otherwise you can hold them. Like, you're not gonna have a consequence if you hold more than 8 or what have you. If you have 20 or... The phrasing. Which of the following statements correctly describes the number of cards in your main deck? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the question. Yeah. You can have more than 40 cards, but also 60 cards or fewer. Not less. This is already incorrect for not using proper grammar, Konami. 40 cards, 60 cards or fewer. And this already is the right statement, but you can have any number of cards as long as you have more than 40. This is correct, except it's not correct because you're saying less when you should say fewer. Konami, you've disappointed me. This is Junk Synchron. Shall we take the end of this? Shall we see this quiz until it's end? Yeah, we're close to the end. Let's end it. This was King Dragon. I already got a question or two incorrect. Well, let's see the score. We didn't get it perfect. That's okay. I'll give myself an extra point for saying fewer instead of less. The correct way. Which of the following Synchro Monsters are starting deck that you can get in the tutorial? I don't remember. I really don't remember. I'm gonna say Mighty Warrior, I think it was? Yeah. I think I remember then. Another Synchro Monster from the early days, I think. Crowned by the World Chalice. What did we get? If it's 9... Okay. It's 9 out of 10 with the extra point. That works for me. You gotta be so careful with phrasing and Duel Monsters, right? That's why I'm like, I don't envy the programmers of this game. Or whoever has to do that job. Oh, okay, so I did log in at some point this year. So we did have a stream earlier this year with Master Duel. No, we did. It hasn't been that long. I just forgot. But yeah, this is now the 4-year anniversary thing. Yeah. So it hasn't been that long and we didn't have 10 gigabytes to download. My goodness. Anyway, here we are. There are still 27 days left on this thing right here. Okay. Where were we at in the when I said this thing right here, I meant the Duel Pass, not that. I'm thinking of the wrong thing here. We're at 24. Again, when we get to 50, only then would I say it's worth it. We may indeed get to that at this pace. I don't know. It helps when there's an event going on, I think, because you gain more. Maybe there's no event. So we continue with Rank Duel. It's only Rank Duels, baby. Let's have quite a bit of Super Quant, maybe other things. Some offers for gems, not interested. The shop, on the other hand... Yes, they introduced this pack, I saw that. The Apical Predators. No, wait, this was already... I think it was already introduced when we did the Master Duel stream earlier this year. For heaven's sake, what was the date? I was gonna check, but nah. You can tell me, you can check in the vaults, Tajigen. I don't know. It was like 2 weeks ago, maybe. On the first No, it must have been 2 weeks ago. This is the 3rd stream week of the year. Right? So what are we looking at? We're looking at 2 weeks ago or so. Anyway. Shop, yeah. Mikanko Omikuji bundle. Yeah. Accessories, that's not what we're looking for. Special. We had these bundles, but I don't think I was actually interested in that. Was I? Some nice cards might show up, and the binder is great, but I'm not interested in collecting all the cards of this archetype or what have you. It's 3,000 though, and then this one is 2,400. Same thing. The apical predators thing. A lot going on here. At least one guaranteed UR. We may want to save for one of these, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of gems. Like, I want to make sure I have at least, what was it, 700, 600 for the dual pass. So that would be like 3,000 for this and 3,700. Yeah, 3,100 for this one instead. Something like that. The gold dual pass is 700. Yeah. So then there's these bundles that I still haven't gotten. The thing about these bundles is that because you can get just all sorts of things in the master packs and therefore unlock all sorts of secret packs for 24 hours, I want to do them when I have like 9,000 gems or a lot of them. Take advantage of those packs. Well, why don't we take a look at decks and all of that after at least one duel. It's time to duel. Season 50 has begun. Whoa, what a number. Quantal Sentai, Layer Man. The Sentai continues. It's another season and I didn't get demoted to like... Oh no, this is Rookie. I thought I would be Rookie 1 at least, I don't know. But okay, we didn't do that much last season because we were mostly doing... What was it, Legend Anthology? Duel Anthology? Legend Anthology is the name, right? I forget. Well, okay, interesting hand to start with. Give me a second. I'm also checking some other things off screen for a second here. Hopefully I'm okay in the game due to this. But yeah, we can immediately special summon Red Layer. Probably a good idea. I think either way we want to summon Blue Layer. What do we want to send to the graveyard though? Let's do Foolish Burial and give it a try right there. Fairy Alpha. The other fairy. If it's white layer, I can get myself a fairy alpha, but is that what we want right now? Black layer. Okay, it's gonna be black layer, I think. We're gonna add the field spell, but we may not make the best use out of it right now. I need to find a way to summon 3 of them maybe, and I don't know. Yeah, we can have the 3 of them, but I still won't be able to have Kinggrave Magnus. They might negate that. Even if they hadn't negated that, it's gonna destroy it. Okay, I'm going to discard Blue Layer then. I'm gonna get to discard that and then... Oh, never mind. It doesn't get destroyed like that, like I thought it would. Well, we still want to have this. We still want to have this, of course. We will have to discard... Discarding Blue Layer twice is a bit excessive, but... Well, let's at least do it once. I'll activate this effect afterwards. Let's have Red Layer, Magna Liger. Like a sword, ba 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 suruni. Like a sword, inazuma todoroku. But do I want to have this other Xyz monster here? I think we do, because we can at least establish a presence of the Xyz monsters in the graveyard, the field and the graveyard, to get us closer to Kinggrave Magnus. So, yeah. Yeah. We get Eroboros, and now we activate that effect of Blue Layer. Both blue and black. I'll leave one blue in the graveyard. When Red Layer goes to the graveyard, I'll get to special summon that Blue Layer there. That could be a great boon. Tan Endo. I can destroy a monster, I can change a monster to face down defense with quick effects. I may have to try doing that. Pendulum. Triple D! We're seeing a DD deck? This is gonna be crazy. Yeah, because I can't really use their effects here. They're not monsters right now. This one is not a monster right now. 0 pendulum scale. Oh my goodness, what are we about to witness with this deck? Yeah, too bad I don't have Gramples. That would be able to destroy some spell cards, trap cards. Might be a bit hasty activating one of these effects soon, though. Activating the effect right now wouldn't be a good idea, I think. Let's hold off on doing that. I did not expect to face a DD deck of all things, especially in the first match. We saw one that was rental on the Legend Anthology, right? One of these days I might be brave enough to try one of these decks. I might be. I want a deck that uses what was the core called? Card called multi-universe. A name like that, you know. I gotta try that. Savan Copernicus. No good will come out of destroying them, maybe. I don't know. Too early to activate that effect, you know. Gaia, talk to me, Gaia. Yeah, spear them. Skewer them with your double spears. They're spears, right? I don't know. What is that? What did that activate? Then you can destroy one card on the field. Okay. When they choose to, if I get prompted, they're gonna be able to destroy one of my monsters here. Whatever they choose to destroy. Okay, yeah, I'm going to. We have to activate Magna Liger to attempt to destroy Triple D's Zero Doom Queen Machine X. What a great name. What a great looking card. Ah, it didn't prompt me to activate the effect. That's BS. It's some master rule or some nonsense like that. I don't care for. I do care for it, but I hate it. It's not fair. I should have been prompted to activate it. It feels like. Well, even if I activated Magna Liger's effect, it wouldn't have destroyed this one, but that's annoying. It's a quick effect. What is a quick effect if it's not... Why is it called quick if it's not able to be quick enough to be prompted to activate it right there? Or it's something to do with the auto rule I have, but I'm not going to change that. I fear like I'm going to mess things up if we try to change that somehow. I call BS on that. Do explain to me in the chat or comments, Tajigen, why it didn't prompt me to activate one of my quick effects in response. Or not in response, but it's just a quick effect. I can activate that anytime pretty much. In between moves, at least. It's quick. It's called quick for a reason. And it's quick effect because I had red layer as material. That's the thing with Magna Liger. Here and there you see cards such as Gramples, Magna Liger splash across decks. But you don't have the Sentai layers. The members of the layer Sentai, right? The Super Quant Sentai. Thus, you don't get to have them as quick effects. They're still great splashable cards though. That's what's great about it. It's really only Magna Liger and Gramples. Magna Liger can destroy a monster on the field. Or attempt to. Gramples is for spells and traps. You see why that's very splashable, right? Ouroboros just turns a monster face down or attempts to. We're probably gonna attempt it on whatever is getting summoned right here, if possible. But you can't do that to a Link card. Let me see. Alright. And then, Luster Rex, the White Dragon, negates an effect, I think it was. And that's it, those are the 4 robots that then assemble the giant robot. Oh, she's back. The queen is back. And the king here is back. They have a bunch of kings and queens. So far we've only seen... What have we seen? Pendulum, Link. The beauty of a DD deck is that you'll see all sorts of extra deck monsters. I'm not paying attention to the effects right now, maybe. Right, these are all the effects that got activated. Yeah, again, it must have been some master rule or something. Just something I'm not aware of. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna negate that. The thing is, I think I mentioned this on the last Master Duel stream as well, right? I've heard I've heard that players, when they play with a DD deck, they gotta have like a spreadsheet next to them while they play. Though, to be fair, this is outside of a video game. It's like physical playing. So, you know, they have to keep track of the effects themselves a lot. Again, I don't envy all the programmers with the effects and all that. I said I called BS earlier, but there must be something. I gotta trust there's something. But it's still annoying, but I gotta trust there was a reason why it didn't prompt me to activate my quick effect. It's called quick for a reason. That's not so quick then, is it? If I couldn't even attempt to do it. But yeah. Pendulum summon. Well, we get maybe this bad boy back. We get that one over there, DD Griffin. I'm just waiting for some decent time to do Ouroboros effect. I don't know. Turn somebody face down or attempt to turn them face down. But yeah, fusion summon. It just would be a lot of fun to have a deck in which you're able to somehow do every single extra deck summon. But then on top of that, do a ritual summon. I don't know if there's such a deck. DD allows you to do everything except ritual. But still, it's complicated. What's up, Moody? I use my Dark Magician in attack mode and bonk Taji on the head. Don't bonk me on the head. I'm about to get destroyed by a lot of damage from this deck, I think. We don't need an extra bonk with that. Ow. Or maybe the bonk will make me concentrate more on this. Ah, we got Synchro. Let them do their full combo. I would love to be able to do my full combo on a DD deck if I were dueling with it. So yeah. Dark Contract. I'm just kind of reading some things out loud here. Because I'm not reading all the effects completely. Just so we don't take too long. We can glance at them. We can glance at them for sure. Too late, the bonk has been deployed. Ow. DD card from your deck said DD Griffin. DD Orthros. They do have quite a few pendulum cards. There's all sorts of DD decks you can do, because I think if you try to do a deck that has every single DD card in it, you might not even be able to. There might be more than 60. Like even if it's just one copy each. Xyz. Fusion, Link, Synchro, Pendulum. We've seen it all now. Triple D, Wave, High King, Caesar. Okay, let's see. Pendulum Summon. Yeah, hello, Moody. Hello. DD Orthros. Maybe you're learning a thing or two about DD. I mean, it means different dimension, I think. Or maybe that was the other one. That was D with the periods instead of the slashes. That wasn't really an archetype. I mean, it was, but they didn't do much with it as an archetype. Exactly. But Yu-Gi-Oh! 20 years ago, chances are you'll see that splashed across decks. Yes, yes. Look at all these different kinds of monsters from the extra deck. Just fun to see all the colors, right? Yeah, look at that, look at that. Every single extra deck monster is there in that field. Fusion, Link, Synchro, Xyz, even Pendulum. All we're missing is a ritual monster here somehow. It's not an extra deck one, but you know, it's its own special type of card. That's what makes it fun. That's what would make it fun to do. In some alternate timeline, they actually did the thing where they put ritual monsters in the extra deck. And it's a very different game as a result, I would imagine. Abyss King Gilgamesh. I gotta attempt to use Ouroboros effect at some point, of course. So let's try it now. Oh wait, it's only during the main phase, right? Oh no, wait, no, it is quick effect. What was I thinking of that was only during the main phase that was like that? I don't remember, but anyway. I may still be able to survive this turn, see what comes of it. Do we want to use Blue Layers effect from here? I think we do. Or do we? Let me see the graveyard. Let me see the graveyard here. Red layer. I will not activate that effect and maybe regret that decision. Anyway, oh, they're getting the little bandwidth disconnection thing. You're the player, I mean. Watashi no tan, Duel. Emergency teleport, huh? Speaking of blue layer, well, I gotta try emergency teleport. It's probably gonna be negated. Even if I could summon blue layer, it's not gonna do much. It wouldn't have done much. Getting King Grey Magnus here would have made a big difference. Alright, let's end it. Tan dueru endo. Tan endo. More like dueru endo. End of the duel right there. If I'm gonna lose to a deck, let it be a deck like this. Like, I don't think we often see a DD deck, my goodness. Or maybe it is the meta now. Yeah, you know, that thing I hear about, oh, DD players, they need to have a spreadsheet, a laptop, a tablet open with a spreadsheet next to them. Maybe even a physical spreadsheet. I don't know how that would work. A bunch of tabs on the document to keep track of things. Maybe you don't have to do that as much when you're playing Master Duel, where the effects are done for you, right? A lot of them. Oh, you still have to be big brain. You still have to keep track of a lot, of course. But I don't think it's as intimidating, maybe, as it would be out of this. I don't think, at this rate, I don't think, good game, by the way. I don't think I'm going to play this physically or like in a simulator or anything that... Oh, not Rookie Tier 1. I meant Rookie Tier 3 earlier. What is the lowest tier you could possibly start at? Well, anyway. We're still Ascend because, you know, we're in the Rookie tier, so like, even losing is gonna be fine. Well, after that, I want to go for a duel again straight away, but... Let's take a detour. I wanted to see if maybe... I wanted to test this Galaxy deck. What was I doing with it? I was gonna modify it in some other way. I want to start getting familiarized with the Galaxy cards, or the Galaxy Eye cards. No better way to do it than solo. I could do casual duel, but... so many things that I still left here, man. Training and challenges. I'm gonna do one of the stories here. Let's do Gem Knights, my dear Gem Knights. Always the good old Gem Knights can help. But like a simple-ish duel. Let's change to Origin of the Galaxy. That was just the name of the structure deck that gave me a lot of these cards. I just have to see which others I need to get. But it will help to get familiarized with them by dueling with them first. So let's do one of these. Since we're going second, we'll see. Oh yeah, and I had a Gem Knight deck that was casual, more for casual than anything else. We could maybe have a casual duel with that. It's not gonna help get further through the duel pass or anything, but you know, it's casual, it's casual. This is a casual duel in many ways. Special summon 2 photon tokens. These tokens cannot attack or be used in secret material. Why would I want those? I need to figure out why. When this card flip face up. Oh, you got it, boss counter. Okay, let me try this, and then I contribute it, and... Special summon a Galaxy Eyes from... Oh, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon already. Okay. Well, alright, alright. But hold on, is there a caveat to this? Does it leave at the end of the turn? No, it doesn't, it seems. Well, alright, alright. Very casual. You're using shorts and flip-flops, so it's casual. Ah, there you go. There you go. The funny thing is, I think it's a common thing sometimes. Somebody shows up dressed like that to a serious card tournament, and chances are that player that is dressed like that is gonna be in the finals and sweep the competition like crazy. I don't know why that's a frequent thing, but apparently it is. It's hilarious. When I think about it, maybe it's because I think less about my appearance and I think more about the game, you know? That's what I gotta think about. But yeah, there we go. We can do Link summoning. No synchro materials, but I mean, Exist materials are a thing too, maybe. Or... Now, what did it say? Yeah, I mean, you could use them as Exist material. I can already think of other cards to add to this deck. Good game, Sunnyshine? But it's too early to say good game. What do you mean? Let's see. You can target one photon or galaxy monster in your graveyard. Add it to your hand. I mean, might as well summon this, see how it feels to do it. See where it takes us. Galaxy Eyes, Soul Flare Dragon. What a great name. We're all Galaxy Eyed in here. That's the way it should be. And goes back into the hand, and then I'll be able to use the thing. Your bottom right auto button. Oh, is it so bad? Yeah, I was wondering about that earlier. I really don't know. But alright. I'd rather keep it that way. I don't want to tinker with that and potentially mess things up. I don't know. Also, we are gonna count this duel. We are gonna count this duel towards the duel record. I think we should do that. Go to settings on top left, duel activation confirmation, switch plus hold. I've thought about it, but I don't know. I think I maybe have tried to use that in like, I don't know. Activation confirmation. Switch plus hold. Let's see what it feels like. I would not be doing this if we were not on a casual NPC duel, AI duel. I mean, let's go target special within controls, destroy it. Let's see what it feels like to do it. Oh wow, okay. Is your chain response like Cars gear for quick effects? Is that what I was wondering? Yeah, I was wondering about earlier about the quick effects thing. Let's see what it feels like. Okay. Let's destroy that one. It was maybe a bit early for that. However, Photon Emperor also has an effect. And we were looking for that too. We're learning just the hard way right now. Why does it still say auto? Did I change it? I don't know, but all the more reason to keep having duels here against the AI and see how they feel. I don't know, we can go for casual duel, and I mean online. Yeah, I'm not being prompted for anything, but I think it's also because I don't have anything that needs to be prompted. I honestly don't know. You can now just click for quick effects between attacks or hand trap during draw phase before main. It's just, if I need to prompt everything manually now, and I didn't know it's something that can be prompted, that's where I'm in trouble. And so I will go back to auto, even with its caveats. Photon orbital 7. Click to ON. Yeah, I'm guessing it's about that. But let's see. Enjoy the best consciousness, guys. Stack the down. Well, that's not gonna help here, is it? You can target one orbital 7 in your graveyard, special summon that target in face of a temple. I think we just won the 2000 defense, even though that may not help, but Photon or Galaxy monster you control, it gains 500 attack. Switch plus hold lets you click or use mouse to control it. Hold, wheel, or right click. Okay, I'll have to get more familiarized with that. Thanks for the help. Gains 500 attack, also cannot be destroyed by battle. Oh. Let's attempt a move here. Let me try this and see where it takes us. I may be able to summon... Okay. Lily then Orbital. But I'm gonna try Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon here. Yes, okay. Photon Orbital. Because I wanted to gain that 500 attack and then it cannot be destroyed by battle anymore. We're getting these eyes to truly become Galaxy Eyed. Oh, yes. Do I want to send this to the graveyard? I don't think so. Let's head into a battle phase. Let's destroy the bulkiest one here. Wait. You can target the Spanish monster from the turn on the Spanish monsters to field in the battle. Discard against that. Well, let's try this. Then my friend here is gonna return. If I did it right. But we'll permanently gain some attack. Or no, never mind. We don't. Alright. Let's learn it this way. This feels so fast. Though I think there's nothing I need to be prompted for right now. That was some fast reading. I'm kind of skimming through it, Moody. I'm not entirely reading the whole thing. So I don't take too long reading effects either. I mean, there's no timer here, but I'm talking about the stream, right? Not so much about in-game. We're not doing rank or viewer duels, Flaked. Hope I said your name right, but thanks for asking. No, we're just casually going into anything we can find in ranked duels. Well, we're doing ranked, but yeah, just anything casually like that. I just want to do more ranks so we have more gems and all that. Casual can be so much fun to encounter more casual decks while also using casual decks, right? That's kind of what we're doing right now anyway. Why don't we try this? Click on because Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon damage step. Remind me, what was the on again? Oh, on. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Yes, speaking of damage step, damage step. Because I was being prompted here. For each material it had when he was banished. Have you banished an exist monster? Let's not do it right now. Now this is, yeah, we're at the damage, we're at the battle step right now. There was one card where the damage step was super important. I think I also took advantage of that with Honest Neos, right? In one of the Mass Hero decks. Which we might do in Casual Duel, that might be fun as well. The on-off button on your CPU, shut up, Moody. Okay, yeah, let me. Then the stream crashes all of a sudden, right? It's not PC scuff. Well, I mean, it is a PC, but it's not scuff, right? It's not the internet. It's not a blue screen of death. No, I clicked the wrong on-off button. I love that. If you control level 5, let's give this a try. Galaxy Expedition. I love that freaking name. Galaxy Expedition. Let me take a look at this bad boy. Tajigen, I need to really find a website. You may know if it exists. A website that shows the Yu-Gi-Oh card art, but just the card art alone, right? It's all gonna be very square pictures because I think these are very square dimensions, right? Might be at 1024 by 1024 even. Galaxy Knight. Galaxy Eyes after Glow Dragon. Discards attachment exists monster to animals. You can blah. Let me summon this bad boy. You have started battle before damage, between damage calculation after damage. You can enter these now for advanced combos. I'll have to see. If it's not auto-prompting me, then I'm probably missing it. Oh, Galaxy Brave, right, I can tribute summon this. You can reveal one for the monster in your hand. Special summon this level becomes a level up to monster. And then I will be able to use one of those Galaxy monsters. The question is, do we want number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, or not? Off will disable any chaining cards, giving you the ability to bluff. That is more advanced for me, Sonny. Really do appreciate the help, though. We'll have to look at that. If this card battles during damage calculation, you can detach one material from this card once per battle. This card gains attack equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters currently on the field, times 200. We don't have any other Xyz monsters, but yeah. That's the one, right? That's the one that's a quick effect. I mean, does it count itself? Then it's gonna be... Well, it's gonna be a lot of attack. I wanna summon it. I mean, we gotta give it a try. We're here to also... This is a test run of the Galaxy Eyes deck. The deck, I say, but it's gonna have different iterations, maybe. You can target and control attach this card to this and Xyz material. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yes. Okay. Oh, look at this. Right. Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. Okay, we'll be able to destroy a card the opponent has. I want to just summon all the things. See how the effects feel if we activate them. See where it takes us. And you can detach target. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Dimension Wanderer. My goodness, a name like that. I gotta take a look at that. Okay, remind me later when we search in the deck and all that. Let's detach Galaxy Eyes Cloud Dragon. This big one that has no effects. Zirconia. I gotta take a look at what we did for that Gem Knight deck. We wanna go for a casual duel, Tajigen. Actually, yeah, while we do that, we're gonna do the 3 minutes of ad break on the purple dimension. But not yet. It's not the time for that yet. What are you doing summoning that in attack position? What are you doing, AI? Oh, look at this. Royal Finish, Numbers Last Hope. What do we have here? Have your LP, target monster regress for some other effects immediately. You can only special summon one more time for an extra deck. Why can't I use it? Because... I would think it's because I have monsters right now, but maybe not. I don't need to activate the effect. It's gonna be the same damage either way. Let's destroy Gem Knight. Which one was it again? What was your name again? Sapphire? Yes. Okay. Okay. This is really the first time we've used the Galaxy Ice deck in any way, right? I think. Watashi no tan, Duron. Photon Trident. See how we got prompted? Target one face-up Photon. Lose hope because you don't have a number to summon? Okay. The draw phase, activate a card or effect. What happens if I turn this off then? Target one face-up Photon monster you control until the end phase. Why not? Let's do it. Let's equip the Photon Trident. Right there. Right there. Yes, yes, yes. Alright. Saigo no attack. I was gonna say Saigo no direct attack. Not really a direct attack. I could have made it be a direct attack, but no need for that. Dimension Wanderer. I gotta say the Japanese name for that. Jigen no... How do you say Wanderer? I get the feeling I've seen the word Wanderer in Japanese in something like a Mirror Decade. Oh, hello there. Login bonus already. Alright. We're at the reset. We're at the reset time or something. Alright. Alright. February 6. Ooh. I think we're not gonna get all the rewards then at this rate. The deadline is February 6. Yeah, Dimension Wanderer indeed. Let's get this one challenge we have right here. It's a good idea. We have things pending in the Duel Pass, but alright. Alright. Let's do it in that way. With the ad break in the purple dimension. Origin of the Galaxy. Whether I add it or not, I'm not sure. I want to keep getting more familiarized with the deck before I start adding more cards of any sort and really getting used to them as well. Yeah, because Dimension Wanderer is not in this deck. When a monster is banished with the effect of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, you can send this card behind the grave and inflict 3000 damage to your opponent. Okay. We definitely want to add at least one. But if I want to keep this to 40 cards, what do we remove in exchange for this, right? Yeah, we definitely want at least 2 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons. Yeah, we can handle the effect. It's just about, oh yeah, discard 1 level 8 monster, draw 2 cards. I want to keep that. I feel like I want to keep that. And I'm still thinking of having splashable, like Monster Reborns and things like that here somewhere. Reborn the monster. Okay. Galaxy Eyes after Glow Dragon. What to remove here? It doesn't matter who controls it. Really? Galactic Charity. I love the thing here. Dimension works on both sides. How does that work? But okay. Right, another way to draw 2 cards. We have quite a few pots of greed here. I almost said pot of greeds. Pots of greed. Okay. I kind of want to leave it at 41 cards. I don't know what to remove. I wanted to at least make one deck that has like all the Galaxy Eye things in here. What the hell? Let's leave it at 41. But it's only also Ages of Stars. You see why I should have like tried to do a Galaxy Eye deck. No. Thought I clicked here. Why I should have done a Galaxy Eye deck ages ago. This is super rare. If a monster you control serves spell affected by its card phase into graveyard, you can conduct your next battle phase twice. If a monster you control shuffles into the deck, return this to the deck face down while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use this effect of Ages of Stars and Frost once per turn. Shall we remove something? Shall we actually remove something? I'll remove this one. Fine. Trade in though. Trade in. Take a screenshot of this maybe. But alright. Yeah, most of these monsters, there's only like 1 copy of each. Galaxy, just, oh my god, these names, these vibes here. Galaxy Summoner. Galaxy Cleric. Photon Orbital, great stuff there. Photon Jumper, Photon Vanisher. Anything that has Galaxy in its name, I almost wanna prioritize that. Kuri Photon. Okay. Give me a second here, Tajigen. "20 times? Was that the name of the card you were referring to there? Lily bought just for like theming ambitions. I want to have a deck that only has, or mostly only has, Galaxy and the Photon Cold things. are not as prioritized, but anyway. 41 cards on the deck. I may try this in casual duel online, but the Gem Knight deck I wanted to see. Xyz Wave. No, and then there was the extra deck because I did want to change a few things here. Give me a second. Let me take a look at Xyz Wave. I want to take a look at things for the extra deck. Xyz Wave, no, wait. Galaxy Wave. This may have been the time the one you mentioned. Each time you Xyz summon, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. I'm gonna have a great freaking time. I'm gonna have a wonderful time when I finally watch Yu-Gi-Oh! CL. That's how you say it, right? I'm gonna have a great time, aren't I? I'm ambitious. Again, I wanted to get through GX and 5Ds. I already watched Duel Monsters a while ago. I was in the middle of GX, but like, I want to finish that. I want to finish 5Ds, which I hear is also peak. CL, I sometimes hear mixed things about it, but just the cosmic vibes, I mean. You know what I realized the other day? Yesterday I was reminded of that. After the stream, obviously. We had a long stream, wonderful things. I can't believe I never got into something like Saint Seiya. You would think I would have gotten into something like that, right? I hope I can find time to watch it, but man, these days I just can't watch things. Freya in Season 2 is still waiting for me. What are they at now? 3 episodes, baby. I'm gonna have so much to catch up with. So many things to watch. And like, I wanted to watch all of Sentai. How am I gonna do that? Galaxy Wave is a good one, but I will not add it to this deck here. Really great spell. Let's watch Saint Seiya together. Moody. I forgot the name for it. It's simply for every Xyz summon you do 500 damage. Yeah, that's the one, that's the one. Xyz Wave got me the result. Xiang Magician? I'll take a look at it in a moment. You know what? I don't know how many... Wait. Bookmarks? Oh yeah, I'm at 45 out of 120. Yeah, I still have spaces in my bookmarks. Let's have it. Yeah. Okay. Like, there are splashable cards in here in my bookmarks, but also just favorites. Just favorites. Yeah, I still haven't gotten a super poly. We'll get to that. But yeah, where is it? It added Galaxy Wave, right? Wait, where is it? Didn't I... Yeah. Where is it? Am I blind? There we go. The Brazilian opening was so hype. I remember watching Skip, but I don't remember much. Was it one of those openings like a lot of Latin American anime openings that just changed the language? And it's not a different song, it's the same song. Pegasus Fantasy. Let me see. Xiang. I hope I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. That's maybe not the one. I don't think I'm adding it to this deck, but it's definitely for Xyz monsters, right? Yeah. I can see why it's recommended. The same song? Yeah, I figured. A lot of Latin American anime does that. And I know. I watched a lot of that. I covered some of that. I still have the Limit Break Survivor Spanish cover. I know. I gotta do more of those. We got it in 3 languages. The English one was the one that just overtook all the other 2. You forget that I may have done it in Japanese and in Spanish as well, but yeah. Its effect is not limited to 1. One face up Xyz monster you control. This is one Xiang Magician, then this one. No wait, this is start one level 5 high monster control, then the rank equal to level 5 high monster. Okay. Let me check something. Extra deck cards. Utopic Future. Oh, look at this forbidden one. Well. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! CL. They changed the Digimon one. It's pretty sad. Oh, that sucks. I know in Latin American Spanish they didn't change it. Cesar Franco, the legend, singing Butterfly. Xiang can make any Xyz rank into a level. You need the other one. Oh, okay. I see you. The 2 of them. I see what you mean. Okay. They're to be considered for another time. I might forget about them, but I'll try my best to remember them. Number S0, Utopic CL. Look at this thing. We're about to jump into a casual duel though. I'll either use this deck again or I'll try the Gem Knight deck where we were still missing some Gem Knight cards, but it would be overkill to try to craft them maybe. But yeah, I was looking for more Galaxy Eye things, not so much some of these that are showing up here. Numeron Dragon. Number Archive. No. This is... Ooh. I'm sorry, something like this. Something like this is after my heart. Starleash Lord Galaxian. You know what I was thinking when I saw all these galaxy things? I was like, oh, it's galaxy, you know? I'm more about multiverse, the entire universe. A galaxy can be so big, yes, but I'm talking about the whole universe. Galaxy is great, but I should have gotten into this long ago. Just like Saint Seiya, I need to get to it. What was the name of that Latin American singer? Not for Portuguese, but Moren Mendo, something like that. I forget. But anyway, you have one Xyz monster and one effect monster with Xiang. You can overlay them. That's great. I want to stick mostly to Galaxy in this deck for now. Before we go for more meta stuff, maybe? If we can even call it meta. But this bad boy here, you can detect 2 level 4 photon monsters. He needs to be here. My leash, my star leash, you need to be here. What to remove in exchange for that? Oh, one other star leash photon blast dragon. I'll have... Should I have 2 of these? Galaxy photon dragon. Screw it, we're gonna make it be 2 of these. Let's do it like this for now. I still need to remove 1 card here somewhere. Eternal Galaxy, I'm not gonna remove that. Photon Time Stop, Draco Utopian Aura. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, this is Counter Trap. This is ultra rare. Okay. Photon Change. Hyper Galaxy, there's Ages of Stars and Frost we just added. Photon Stream of Destruction. Reminds me of Burst Stream of Destruction. Horobi no Bass to stream. Photon Time Stop. I wanna mostly keep things as they are though. Photon Time Stop though. One person wants you to technically you handle place a face up on your field. I might be okay removing it. Let's remove it for now. Wait, how many continues? Yeah, I want to have a few continues to keep here. Let's keep things this way. I keep saying this is a casual deck we're doing now. Galaxy Eye Cypher Blade Dragon should be added to this deck. I'll remove one of the links here. And this is UR. I have 3 of this UR. I feel like I should add 2 of this bad boy. What should... I feel like I want to keep 3 Prime Photon Dragons, but I don't know. I'll remove one of these and... Yeah, let's do it this way. For now. Run it. I'll keep things this way for now. Oh, Galaxy Satellite Dragon. I just want all the Galaxy monsters. All the Galaxy Dragons. The Star Leashes. Each effect of Galaxy Satellite Dragon once per turn. Okay. Well, I don't want to spend too long in deck building anyway. But one more thing I want to check. Which one was the Gem Knight deck? I left the same name as the structure deck. Gem Knight's Resolution. Where do you hear background noise? More doggo barking maybe. This one I was like, yeah, it's okay to keep it to make it be more than 40. But I wanted to include every single member of Gem Knight, but 1 or 2 of them needed to be crafted again. Well, not again, but for the first time. Gem Knight Master Diamond Dispersion. I don't want to use the UR materials now. Certainly not now, and especially if it's gonna have the secret pack open up. It's because I was opening a bunch of packs very early on in Master Duel. In my Master Duel career, let's say. It's because I was doing that I ended up getting a lot of Adamantipator cards. Look at this thing here. This deck has to be remade completely, even if we're keeping it casual, you know? Very well. Let us go into Casual Duel. And I'm gonna leave the thing as like on or auto just to keep it simple. Let us see how we do. But I want to use the Kamen Heroes deck though. Not right now. No. Let's see if we can get familiarized with this Origin of the Galaxy. I don't know how you say Origin in Japanese, but I know how to say something like Genesis or Creation. Ginga no Sose. Sose, I think. Yeah, Creation. Sose or Creation King and Kamen Rider Black. Kamen Batoraido wa Sose, which is translated as Batoraido War Genesis. Origin of the galaxy, creation of the galaxy, Ginga no Sose. Uchu no Sose, creation of space? Or that could be universe, Uchu. It was starting again? They're starting. Let them start. In this casual duel. Look, I get it. I don't get anything in the duel pass or something like that. I still insist they should let you do like the challenges that you earn gems for in casual. I don't see why they wouldn't. Any cheese you can do to force a deck that gets you to do those challenges, you can do in ranked. And whoever is gonna do that in a deck is not gonna care about the rank anyway, so there's no punishment. What's the point? Anyway. I'm glad we still find people in casual duel. Now at the time of its 4-year anniversary. Now is the time to play the game for fun as well, right? Oh, what is this I'm being prompted for? Okay. Definitely not gonna do that. Let's experiment with this a little bit. So that it doesn't keep prompting me, but how is that gonna work? Axe Dragonite. Is this one of the structure decks? I can't remember. Wait, they have 5 cards in their extra deck. Okay. Eternal Galaxy. Look at that trap card. What happens if I put it off? Exactly. In terms of how it looks. Well, anyway. Let's draw Oreno-tan Duro. Monster Kado. Duro Monster Kado. Okay. Galaxy Summoner. Kuri Photon. Photon Satellite. Well, we don't want that. We're not gonna do much with Galaxy Summoner right now, are we? Cloud Dragon. There's not much we can do right now, is there? Let me see. Well, we're gonna want somebody in the graveyard at least. Photon Satellite. Then Aegis of Star and Frost. Eternal Galaxy. Eternal Monster. Yeah. Let's set that up already. Tan Endoda. Is that the kind of card? The kind of hand, not card. The kind of hand I started with? This is a casual duel situation here, man. We're kind of bricked. I don't mind though. I mind less because we're also in casual duel. Is gonna be quite chill about the whole thing. But yeah, if you have to manually activate an effect like this, you gotta know what you're doing. It really is more like playing it physically. Just so you're not bothered as much by auto this, auto that, I think. And it's different, of course, than how it would be physical. Or at least that's what I understand. Oh yeah, I should have put some special, like a foil on the card, a special field. Yeah, we can begin doing that. Lord of D! Let's see what happens with dragons here. Okay. Well, that's 500 damage, losing my Aegis of Stars and Frost. We'll activate that some other time. And see where it takes us. I'm expecting an attack any moment now. I want to see if I can properly activate that Kuri Photon. See how it feels. I'm definitely not being prompted every time. No attack, huh? Why no attack? What was the effect of this one again? Right, change the defense position at the end of the damage step. So, we got ourselves some Photon tokens. Let's summon them. That's gonna help with some kind of summoning. I mean, Exceed summoning, Link summoning for sure, but do I want to summon more? After they get prompted for their thing. They have 3 set cards! I'm expecting all sorts of traps. Ring of Destruction, okay. That's gonna be quite a bit of damage then. It applies to that token as well. Yeah. Okay. Well, in the meantime though, I think we want, do we want Galaxy Summoner? Yes, I think we do. We can go for some other kind of summoning now. Would the photo token Hold on, I'm curious about this. Can I... Let me try this effect and see what comes of it now. And then, becomes level 4. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I messed up my summons. Let me just do this again, and then... Yeah, back to having the token like this. I should have done the satellite, baby. Okay, I did not do this right. No, let's use these two for the materials here. Soul Flare Dragon. And yeah, let's add something else to the hand again. Back to my hand, photon satellite. What did holding the mouse wheel do again besides showing that? Anyway, Kuti Photon. The king is barking in the background. Don't mind that. If you can hear it anyway. When we do the reading stream, it's gonna get complicated when we have that, isn't it? I might activate the noise gate or something. Don't think I forgot about that. It's still pending. I just need to ensure I have some good options for the ball. And then there's one that you vote for. And we still have the Wuthering Waves one. But that one is more complicated because it may be all about... Yeah, let me try to target Lord of D there with that attack. I will not attack Axe Dragon Newt, otherwise I could have these two destroy each other, because why not? Yeah, we could try that, but let's not do that. Or maybe I should have done that. I'm gonna lose Galaxy Summoner, probably. Well, we'll see what comes of this. Yeah, we know a thing or two about dragons with Gaia here. I'm gonna go back to, let me see. If once you control shuffle into the deck and return to the extra deck face down, it's gonna good. You can add this card to your hand. Ah, yes, okay, so that was the perfect time for that. Let me, I don't think we should activate Kuti Photon. Okay, yeah. Let's see how it feels to have it off. I don't know. I don't feel confident having it fully off. I'm gonna go back to auto and just keep it simple for now. At least when it comes to the options there. I really don't mind the constant prompting, by the way. It's not about, it wouldn't be about that. Galaxy Soldier. We may be able to special summon you in all sorts of ways. See, I can do it with Cloud Dragon, but... What do we want to send to the graveyard? Photon Satellite, maybe? I gotta send Photon Satellite. Let's just do that. It's because Axe Dragon Unit became... that level from there. Let's add one Galaxy Ice Monster from the deck to the hand. Galaxy Ice Cloud Dragon will be able to summon it. We can get the Photon Dragon. Galaxy Brave. Hold on. Yeah, the good old Photon Dragon. I'll experiment with the other Galaxy people later. I don't know, at this point, especially because we're in rookie rank right now, I want to attempt using this deck even in ranked. Just for the fun of it. Just to see what happens. The Photon Dragon has been summoned at last. No need for any summoning from the extra deck, I think. Well, we should attack Axe Dragon Unit. I don't think we're gonna activate that effect from Photon Dragon. Yes, let's have Aegis of Stars and Frost set on the field. Tan Shuryo. Ijo. Over. Is that the right way to use Ijo from Japanese? I'm not sure. But anyway. We may lose this Galaxy Soldier. Let's see what comes of it. Yes. Ore no Tan. Duron. Photon Orbital. Do we want to equip that to someone, or... I think we should. When it comes to summoning from here, yeah, let's not do that. I'm gonna activate that effect. And I'm actually gonna give this to the Galaxy Soldier, why not? 2500 attack. Let's see how it feels. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Maybe I should have done it for the Photon Dragon, but that's alright. Actually, let me see. No, I'm gonna activate the effect to add somebody. Galaxy Wizard. Galaxy Advancer. ちょっと待ってください. Galaxy Knight. We can normal summon this card without attributing. If we control... Yeah. That's the beauty of Galaxy Knight. Galaxy Knight. Ginga no Kishin? Kishi? Ginga no Naito? Something like that. Yeah, 1800. Regardless, got this 1000 attack, and if it does push on that target... Okay. I probably could have taken more advantage of that effect, but that's alright. I'm gonna use Photon Dragon here. Let's be on the safe side. That might be a 2000 defense monster. It was not, no problem. Direct to attack! Galaxy direct attacks. Whatever their finisher move names or their attack names are, because they probably have one. I don't know what they are, but they probably are mentioned in Yu-Gi-Oh! CL. I would love to know them. But anyway, that's the end of the turn. Maybe the end of the duel soon. We'll go back to a ranked duel after this. Back to Quantal Sentai. Back to the Sentai. We are gonna say goodbye to Super Sentai, I think next week. I think it's literally next freaking week. I saw yesterday after the stream, just scrolling social media, I think somebody posted it, like it's the final episode preview for Gozyuger. But I think it is the final episode next week. And then Gavan Infinity. It's insane to say that. Saigo no direct to attack. Galaxy Ice Photon Crusher. It's Galaxy and Photon. Galaxy and Photon. It's right there in both places for the name for the Photon Dragon, right? But I still want to focus on things that say Galaxy more than they say Photon. Anyway. Before I forget, I should change. We're not going to use the deck right now for the next duel, but let me change the cosmetics here a bit more. Change accessories. Well, first of all, I want to change the mate as well. What would be a fitting mate here? Cyber Dragon Infinity Mini. Kind of fits the vibe. Sprite Blue kind of fits the vibe right here. Still such a cool looking thing. Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Just regular blue eyes, maybe. Why not? Sprite Blue kind of fits the vibe. Oh yeah, this is that psychic archetype I was thinking about earlier. I'm gonna do Sprite Blue. Such a vibe. The card case can remain the same. What about the protector though? What to do here? Didn't we have one protector specifically for this sort of thing? I guess Xyz would fit, but Malice, Q... Oh yeah, we got some Duelist Cup ones. Look at this. 2022 December. Already over 3 years old. How? Just the regular Xyz one can do the trick. Ah, but this one, Chaos Xyz Evolution Galactic Gathering of Dragons. Yeah. There's definitely some cards we need to take a look at for that extra deck. Some further cards to add. For the dual field, I need to buy some more dual fields, but I still want to save the gems right now, Tajigen. We really want to do it. Night Skyscrapers, not that. Glacial World. Archfiend, Labyrinth. I guess it doesn't have to fit the theme necessarily. Just do some one that's fun to have. Vivid Abyssal Waters. Memories of an Ancient Duel. Spellbook Star Hall. I'll do that one just because it has star in the name. Why not? But for this right here, Negate Attack. Supreme King Gate Infinity. Twin Twisters. I'll do that one. Mate's Base. Polymerization Base is always one I really like. Greenstone of Magic. D-Hero. Look at that. When I get more mate bases, this is not gonna be so what's the word? It's not gonna be, the letters are not gonna be one right after the other. Like, this is not gonna be that smooth. Cyber Universe. Madol Chateau. So many French words this week with, you know, Lumiose, and now this. Maybe one or two in Final Fantasy XIV, right? Do we want the Spellbook Star Hall instead? Something about this feels very right to me. Oh yeah, we can change the bloody coin. Yeah, let's have Pot of Greed. Why is this only for ranked duels though? I don't get it. Anyway, let's not think about that too much because we're going back to Layerman. Actually, since we're doing this, I'm gonna change. Let's change to Dark Magician because I love Dark Magician. No particular reason. Mate's base. Let's go back to the polymerization mate base. And yes, the dual field itself we're gonna change. Although, well, this is a lot of fun to have. Pyroxene Cave. Still a bit of the Gem Knights in there, right? Mate. Oh, the 3 main cards remain these. Field, parts, Pyroxene Cave. We're gonna change that. Negate attack. Spirals. Spirals. Everywhere. Everywhere. Those are the way... That's the way we have our galaxy eyes in here, you see? To witness the beauty and the madness of the cosmos, Tajigen. Haven't I told you? Haven't you seen it before? Well, take a look at it. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. You thought it was just a Hex Maniac thing? I mean, they have different eyes in Legend CA, don't they? No matter what their palette is. I've already told you, right? Like what my first palette swap would be. If I were like a fighting game character or a character with like different palettes in a game. Where it's easy to palette swap or something. It would be orange and green as a very different one. There's some nice fall, Halloween-ish colors. Well, orange and green as the main colors, but there's also other colors in there somewhere. Look at that though, season 50. This means it's been 50 months of Master Duel. This is the 50th. A season is a month, basically. We continue with Sentai though. If anything, we should do more of Quantal Sentai because these are the final weeks in a long time in which Super Sentai is still an ongoing show. It's crazy to say. I think, depending on what happens with like... Disney doesn't own Power Rangers anymore, does it? Or Hasbro? Or... Depending on what happens with Power Rangers, we may be at a point in time in which Power Rangers is running with an active series, but Super Sentai is not. And that's a crazy thing to think about. If anything, it makes Super Sentai live on. Right? Quantum got his support a while back. I know. I added some of that. Well, you can see it right here, actually. There's Black Layer. Very Zetan. This is a casual deck, too, in many ways. Not as casual as we would have in Casual Duel, but not that meta. Let's see what we're facing. Gate Guardians combined. Suijin. We're seeing a lot of the Gate Guardians. Hey, speaking of multicolored, different beings. And they combine like a giant robot. Yeah, this is a great deck to face. Perfect. You're just happy you got your Onomad support? Let's go. What is Black Layer's effect? Do I want to use that? Screw it, let's use it. When Black Layer gets sent to the graveyard, I mean. It's an effect I can activate, so let's try it this way. Yes, let's discard White Layer. The Evil Ranger, the Black Layer. This is like Abba Ranger, you know? It's 4 members they start with, kind of. And then the extra one is evil and mostly remains evil, but not really. Few Sentai hover around 4 members or so. Abba Ranger is arguably 3 members, and then a 4th one gets added, and then a 5th one. I said for a long time that there really wasn't a Sentai that did those things. We want, I think, Magna Liger here. Should have done an attack position, maybe. Whatever. And yeah, White Layer as material immediately. 2 materials there. I don't have the quick effect, though. I don't have the quick effect right there. But that's alright. I should have done Luster Rex, I guess. Oh well. I told you, I'm being casual about it. Ooh, nice gems. I just like my different colors, okay? You'd think I would have gotten into Super Sentai long ago in that way. But yeah, Jack, Denge Kitai. And ironically, one that has cards as its theme. Playing cards, that is. Jack Blitzkrieg Squad is how it gets translated sometimes. That was only 4 members until Big One came in as a 5th one. But could be considered a 6th Ranger in many ways, right? Big One! Spade Ace, Dia Jack, which is Diamond Jack, Jack of Diamonds. Heart Queen, Queen of Hearts. Clover King, King of Clubs, or Clubbers, however you want to call it. Black Layer's effect, well, we want to add the field spell, I think. White Layer's effect is not going to trigger, right? I don't see why it should. We're facing the Paradox brothers. What was their name again? Yeah, Para and Dox. That's the dub name though. I mean, I think they said the same thing in Japanese. Just the Japanese word for it, but I forget what it is. Meikyu? Or maybe they said Labyrinth and it's Mei and Q? No, I don't think that's what it was. Meikyu, I think it's Labyrinth. Or maybe I'm hallucinating words that don't exist. Anyway, Duro. Monster Akato. Shall we try to be reasonable with the opponent to get things started? Let me see the effects though. Okay. Let's try reasoning and see what they may activate in response. Let's reason. Let's be reasonable, shall we? Surprised reasoning hasn't been more limited or something. Well, it's not exactly splashable across multiple decks either. Very good for a deck like this, of course. You may still lose some valuable cards to the graveyard. That's the risk you're taking. There's some risk in there, otherwise it would be OP, right? We've faced some nice variety of decks so far. It's not like we've had a lot of duels so far, but I mean, yeah, 3 duels. This is the 4th, and I'm including the casual duel. I'm not including the AI solo duel because I chose what it was gonna be. But yeah, let's see. I think I don't wanna. Do I wanna activate that? No, I think not. I think not. What was Seaton's effect? Okay. Yeah, we want to activate this effect. We can have Luster Rex summoned without using the spell card. Like this. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and summon it already because I may be able to negate a monster effect in there. That's what it was, right? White Dragon. White Dragon. Yeah. That's how we want to do it. And then it is time for Fairy Alphen. The effect we want to use, I think it's red, green, and blue we should do, right? Well, green and blue for sure. Then red. Yeah, no reason to have black layer in there. No white layer anymore to use here. Let's see what is going to be summoned. Red is actually not good here, I think. It's not good because I needed a different monster. But anyway, we add... What do we add to the hand? Let me see. Green. A special summon. You can only use each effect. Do I want to make it be blue layer? I don't think so, right? Well, I am very... I'll make it be blue layer. I know I could probably do the strategy better, but anyway, we're gonna discard white layer here. We get to draw 1 card. It's just I needed another... Let me see. Yeah, some things are gonna return to the deck here. At least 1 white layer. Blue layer is gonna return to the hand, so yeah, we're not sending her back to the deck. That's it. Nobody else needs to go back to the deck right now. No reason to send both white layers. I don't think so. Especially if red layer goes to the graveyard and then... Yeah. Yeah, okay. Gonna familiarize with the effects here. Emergency teleport! Yes! Well, blue layer is indeed gonna go to the field in some way. Wow, my goodness. Okay. Emergency! Dekarinja! Deka Ranger, Deka. Adding 1 Super Quan card. What do we want to add? It's not the field spell we want to add, I think. I'll do this one. Insurance policy for my King Grey Magnus that if it all goes well, I'm about to summon. What is being prompted here, this thing? Oh, yeah. That's my other way to activate the Magnet Carrier. So, okay. Let's begin with the summoning of the Mecha. Mecha no Naka. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Kore wa himitsu no na 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 na. Jaka 4人のサイボーグ Jaka, 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 Dengekitai. Ironic that I'm singing a theme of a Super Sentai that did not have a giant robot. Alright, alright. It's time for the king. It's time to assemble the giant robot. I already had this king, this Magna Liger, sorry, in the graveyard, but I needed more material, so it was more ideal to do another one, give it materials, and Kansei King Great Magnus. You just had the funniest matchup? And well, I think we can indeed shuffle something onto the deck. It might be a good idea to do that, although it might be negated when I attempt to do that. Is it gonna negate the effect though? I shouldn't destroy the card. I want to see what happens when I do this. So let's detach right later because it's also gonna let me special summon from there. So, oh, okay. No problem because I guess it targets differently. I don't know. Wide layer has the highest attack here, so it's gonna help. Okay, they surrendered. I hope I didn't take too long. I felt like maybe I was taking too long to do the combo. I feel like that was a surrender, not like something happened, my game crashed, or my power went out, or what have you, right? A disconnection would say disconnection, but sometimes it doesn't. That's why I think other situations. I say my, but you know, we mean the opponent. So I'll count it as a victory. We get to summon the king. I'm happy about that. Turns out people forget that Onomat got their own targeting protection. I don't know what Onomat is, so if I face somebody with a deck like that, I'm not gonna know what it does. I wish Super Quan had a boss monster that wasn't a Towers mixed with Colossus. Yeah, I don't know. Let's get ourselves some rewards in the meantime. Yes, nice amount of gems. Let's immediately go for the next duel. I gotta go back and get very familiarized with that DPE deck I think I had. Got you a replay to see what Onomat does? We're focusing on our duels, but thank you. Thank you for offering it. Let me hydrate. I haven't been doing that enough, Tajigen. Today, either. I'll have to refill the water. I think I can do it after the stream as well. One Dark Magician versus one Dark Magician. In a way, we got the City of Heroes. Perfect. Now then. Emergency teleport. Well, before we do any of that, we need to special summon Red Layer. Similar start as the previous duel. It wasn't the last one, right? It was the first one. We want emergency teleport first. 1 emergency, 2 decadenja, 3 action, 4 perfect, 5 get on. Na 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 na. All right, Foolish Burial. I think perhaps we want to send that black layer there. Is that what we want to do? Yeah, because it was very helpful to do it like that last time. Getting another Dark Magician themed anniversary. I did see, yeah, they had like a Dark Magician icon. They haven't done anything else, have they? Anyway, yeah, we want the Magna Carrier. And then, yeah, that was the effect we wanted. Okay, let's have Fairy Alphan's effect. No, actually, yeah, it is better to use Fairy Alphan's effect here. Instead of blue layer, normal summon like that, but... do I want to make Red Layer one of the materials? Let's try this. We're also revamping the structure deck. Really? That's unexpected. I never thought they would do that. Then what happens if you already bought it? For those that already bought it. 3 times even. I already did that, right? But yeah, special summon. We almost have enough for everything here. I don't think I'll activate blue layers effect. No. Now is not the time for that. White layers effect we definitely want to use. I can have the Link monster, the other giant robot, but then I really get to do a thing with that, you know? When they're getting the new Dark Magician stuff as well, you still keep the cards. Yeah, but like, if they have new cards in the structure deck, do you automatically get them? I would have to assume that's what happens, right? I don't know. It's gotta be that. Right, what do we want to add? Fairy Seaton might actually be good, but... I'll add that, but we might just discard it. I know I'm not being the most efficient with it, maybe, but that's not important right now. Ugh, so freaking close to getting what we're looking for. Now, Fairy Seaton. If we're able to have more materials with someone, what did the Link Monster do again? Tell you what, let's summon it because it's fun to summon it. And I have it in Royal Finish. It's just so nice. Kansen, Mech King, Blaster Magna. Right? Let's discard... I do want to draw one card. I'll discard Fairy... Nah, screw it. Let's discard Fairy Season. Nah. Red Layer, I mean... Yeah, with Red Layer, I'll get to special summon someone straight away. So... No, yeah. We're doing more combos here. We're doing more. We're doing more. We want, on the extra deck, on the main deck again, somebody needs to return. Blue Layer herself. And only Blue Layer. Only Blue Layer, I think. Remember to sell a company that want your gems in cash? Oh, you gotta buy the new one? Okay, yeah. Fair enough, then. Well, they want your cash so you can get gems, one might say as well. Oh, what to discard here? Should I discard the other Red Layer? I don't want to discard Fairy Alpha. I want to Exceed Summon something because... I'm gonna regret this, but... I'm gonna discard Red Layer. Let's have you. Luster Rex, the White Dragon. What does a Link Tree do outside of being a Link Tree? That's a good question. Well, it has an effect here when I Exceed Summon a monster. It's just I rarely get to use that. I rarely get to see this. Let's be reasonable then. Let's see if we can be reasonable. Reasoning, let's see what comes of this. That's why I don't usually summon this Link extra robot. One of these supports was meant to... Oh! Hello, Radian. Hello. The multi-dimensional kaiju, my dear Tajigen Kaiju Radian is here and is on my side of the field. Hello. Pot of Greed in a monster. Oh, the horror. Well, it's one card to be fair. Don't you know Pot of Greed's effect? Yeah, nobody knows it, to be fair. Nobody knows what it does. Okay, yeah, let's end the turn. Man, okay, I got Radian the multi... For those who don't know, kaiju monsters, you usually summon them on the opponent's side of the field. Tribute summoning their monsters. Ironically, one of the few counters against King Great Magnus that I know of. Ironic that a Sentai Giant Robot can be countered with a kaiju. Ah, Dark Magician indeed. Yes, this is indeed going to be a Dark Magician here. They're putting Max Seed to 1 for the anniversary. Took them long enough. Took them long enough to do that. I think it's the first time they do that. It's been forbidden in, like, you know, the physical game. OCG/TCG. No, let's not activate that because it's my one and only material I'm using there. White Layer's effect immediately activates from the graveyard. I get another Fairy Alpha back into my hand, but... maybe trying to activate that effect too late by the time I activate it, but regardless, let's risk it. At least, you know, we live up to the name. Tajigen Kaiju Radian. This is also a reference to Ultraman Belial, I think. I need to get more into Ultraman as well. Max got Semite in late 2024, mid 2025. In Master Duel, though, I was wondering if they did it in Master Duel. Then okay, yeah, okay. Then it wasn't 3 anymore, right? It was, okay. Because I don't remember. Also because I haven't been that active in Master Duel either. Late 2024, mid 2025, okay. Luster Rex only negates an effect from the field, right? Yeah, on a monster on the field. Until the end of this turn. Quick effect. Dark Magician. Black Magician. Well, if you're gonna banish my Luster Rex now, it's time to try and activate the effect, and, well, yeah, nothing I can do about that one. Oh yeah, it cannot be, wait. I mean, it says it cannot be destroyed by the opponent's card effects, but that's not destroying it, that's banishing it. No, it's about to go... It's about to take effect. Yeah. Okay. It's great that I got to activate the effect where I draw a card because I summon an Xyz monster in one of the zones it points to. Because usually I don't get to activate it, since I use pretty much all my monsters I had to summon it. I'm not gonna summon one of the Xyz mecha after that. Oh, they're gonna go for Eternal Soul. I do have a Dark Magician deck. One with DPE on it. One that doesn't have one. I'll get re-familiarized with it. I did want to try doing a Blue Eyes deck. There goes my Magna Carrier. Did I have a way to get a Magna Carrier back? Besides that, I think that was maybe on the last duel. Meaning on February 2027 is getting banned. Trust me, bro. Swords. Ah. Oh shoot, I should have paid attention to the effect. Okay, well, they're gonna fusion summon. Timaeus. Doma, Orichalcos flashbacks. They're gonna goon, don't let them goon. Oh, you mean the Dragoon. Ah, too late now. I mean, we had an excess of attack points there. Okay, let's try to negate that. Even if they're gooning. Either way, I get to activate White Layer's effect. Oh. Okay, yeah, I can't negate that. Very well, Radiance effects get negated. You can't doubt it. Yeah, I see that now. No worries, though. I never would have thought of saying, because he has the name Dragoon, we say they're gooning. Stop gooning, stop Dragooning, you maniacs. Is there a Galaxy Eyes Dragoon? I would love to see that. Out of all freaking things, Radiant going onto the field. You know, I think it's not the first time that happened, actually. Alright. Oreno-tan, Duron. Let's reason then. Can we be reasonable at the very least? Let's give it a try. One of the best things that can happen is to still get that Magna Carrier back. If that's able to do something. He has no negate, so you're fine. They have no negate? Okay, let's find out. We don't know what they have said in there. Or actually, I think it's Eternal Soul. Just gotta deal with the banish. Let's take a look at the effects. You can discard one card, negate the activation. Well, they do have this. And you do that, this card gains 1000 attack. I don't think they want to negate that reasoning right there. Eternal Soul. Yeah. If I destroy that Eternal Soul, good things happen for me. Oh, Goon requires a discard. Right. Okay. I was scheming. Thanks for clarifying in the chat. 1000 Knives. Alright, Reasoning. Reasoning lost there. Black Layer. Oh, they got the level for Black Layer. Wait, they chose 7. Oh, okay. That can happen. We still want to activate the effect. I think we want to try to get Magna Carrier. That effect might be negated. Oh, no. They have cards in the hand now, so they can negate something. Only once, either way. Alright. We got it out of the way at least. This all depends on what comes from Fairy Alphan's effect, which we should try to activate now. If we can find a way to destroy Eternal Soul, getting Grand Pulse in here would be the ideal. He just Eternal Souled indeed. Because we got Luster Rex here, I don't want to try White Layer. Let's try this. That's always the caveat with Eternal Soul, and... Okay. Tajigen, something very nice might happen right now. And I think I actually want to discard Fairy Alpha here to draw a card. White Layer may allow me to get a Fairy Alpha back if I need it back. Red Layer can special summon something. Oh, I need something in my hand, though, for... Whatever we're gonna draw, we're gonna discard anyway, so... yeah, I got a bit of Arcellus here, but it's okay. Well, let's get a White Layer out here. I have a suspicion that Goon will be in the new structure along with the new DM cards. I can see that. Especially here. Dragoon, you Goon. Ooh, what was this one again? Southern Conscious Super Quantum Black. That's like the title of an episode. I forgot they titled it like an episode. Yeah, Layer 19. It's episode 19 of the Sentai. Oh my god, I love that. I'm gonna discard that. I need Grand Pulse in here yesterday. And I need to use this effect because we gotta destroy Eternal Soul. So, give me a second. We gotta do this. Right now. It may get negated, I don't know. I don't know. I might lose white layer to some attack afterwards, but we need to destroy Eternal Soul. That's the way it's gotta go. I wish I wouldn't attach that material right now, but that's the way we need to do it. We want to activate blue layers effect now, I think, and return one blue layer, one red layer. What else do we want to return to the deck? One black layer, for that matter. Maybe 2 red layers? No. We can only do up to 3, I forget. Whew. Well, what a duel this is, huh? What a duel this is. I may still have white layer get attacked by something. Yeah, Dragoon doesn't get affected by that. Still a good idea to destroy Eternal Soul, I think. I thought Dragoon would be destroyed by that. By card effects cannot be destroyed. Yeah, it doesn't die to E-Soul. Let me see. Yeah, ideally we wanted to attack with Grand Pulse. I don't think we want to attach white layer as material either way. Let's see what comes of it. Tan Indo. Yes, I think we'll continue using the Sentai deck then. For ranked duels, that is. I wanted to perhaps have fun with the Galaxy Ice deck. I don't want to use the Gemini deck right now. I want to have the ambition of just putting all the Gemini cards in it. Oh my goodness. It's just if I play this more. But I don't have time for it. Yeah, otherwise I think the right idea would have been to attack with something. Have double Ace use Sky Thunder. In some way. Pardon me. Low-key win from this position, I think. You mean like... Hold on. Well, we're definitely not winning this, I think. I'm activating the effects anyway. Why not? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? It may go into a lifetime challenge to activate effects of monsters. Let me hydrate in the meantime. 5 duels in total. All duels have counted towards the duel record today. So far. Let me get rewards and other things, and in the purple dimension have like 3 minutes of ads, prevent pre-rolls from interrupting things. Another break to take a look at other things. Dual pass stuff. Let me get dual pass stuff. We're accumulating a nice amount of gems. Yeah, again, it's gotta be at least 50 before I decide to actually get the gold dual pass. Alright. I love my Quantic. I will not let go of that. I will not let go of my ideal Quanto Sentai deck. Let me get tempted by things in the shop, maybe. Megalith stuff. Yummy Snatchy. Sulfur Court Happiness. Some of the other decks I had a decent amount of cards for. Oh, what is this? The element, the Spirit Charmers, right? The Chronicle Spirit Charmers. 100 only for this. I am so freaking tempted. Ugh, I don't know. Otoshi Damashi. Oh, look at that. Quadruple D dimension. Okay. Right. This does figure into the new pack, and that's why we found a person with a deck themed around this. I see. Red Eyes, Black, Full Metal Dragon. So freaking cool. Blue Eyes, Ultimate Spirito Dragon. Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Instant Contact. Neos. Wasn't I trying to be like a Neos deck of sorts? Nightmare Magician, Tear Laments, Trap Tricks. Oh yeah, the dual fields were still needed. Lost World or Sartic Big Dipper. I'm not gonna spend 600 right now though. Horse of the Trap Tricks, Pressure Planet. We need a space dual field of sorts. We have some that kinda figure into that, but we don't really have one, and that surprises me. One where you're out in space is the cosmos, is galaxy stuff, you know? With galaxy being such a huge theme, given that a protagonist has used that. Time Machine, Dragon Capture Jar. Look at this thing right here. Oh, 3 days left. Ah, you bastards. You bastards. Okay, I'll buy this. Fine. Alright. Yes, I'll apply it. Screw you. Screw you, Konami. Alright. Ah! It's not gonna be a full game experience until I say screw you at the game developer in some way. Yeah, yesterday we said screw you, Targon, right? Saying the character, but I was thinking of Game Freak as well. Oh yes, oh yes. You mean Kaito from the hit Yu-Gi-Oh? From the hit show Yu-Gi-Oh! CL? Is Kaito his name? Isn't it Yuma? I was thinking of the protagonist. I thought that was his deck. There are so many cards with good in the name. Dragoons, lots of Dragoons, right? You don't buy the limited time cosmetics? You're fine, though. You're fine. Yeah, but yeah, Triple D got his new support. Luna Light also. Okay. You have almost 2,000 gems. So do I, but now I'm further away from that. Oh, I know what we can do. Where are these legacy packs? Let's open. Still, I still don't have this Frieza looking elemental hero. I still want it. I still want it. Yuma uses Onomad Utopia. I thought he was the protagonist. Kuriborn! Okay. Kuriborn. Discard one card, target one monster included to battles and then special summon it. Magic card included target Kuriborn monsters. Whoa. Chaos King Archfiend. Dragon is the Wicked Knight. Classic card. You can tell the classic art. Fairy King Truesdale. They feel so novel now, looking at them, for some reason. This thing right here. Ignite Squire. Let's open the remaining 7. Yuma is the protagonist. Kaito's one of the 2 rivals Yuma has. Well, I'm gonna be with the rivals here. I gotta be with the rivals. That's all about Kaito for me then when I finally watch CL. I'm still gonna have a great time. Fairy Knight and Gunnar. No, and there was this thing where, like, from what I've seen, don't tell me any spoilers, Tajigen, if we can avoid them, but there's like 7 bosses of sorts, and they're all like different colored and no, and then Arc V had the thing where it was like a mind that split into 5 different people, multi-dimensional, multi-mind stuff there. Like, oh my god, I gotta fall in love with that when I get to it. Was it Arc V? I can't remember, but anyway. Oh, Stealth Bird, this old school thing. Huh, I never realized that it's more like a bat. I never looked at the art this closely. I thought it was like a bird from like profile, like from this side, like this. For some reason. It all came from that advanced game I was playing. And you know, you're not gonna see them that close and that accurately in those graphics. Then let us continue. Here in bronze, the bronze B. Yes, the U-Boys, D-Clan Akaba. Yeah, I don't know who that is, or I forgot. I've seen the name mentioned, but yeah. Is that the dub name or is that the original name? D-Clan. But anyway, we have a fancy thing for the dual field right there. Yuta, Yugo, Yuri, Yuto. Yeah, very similar names. That's the thing you gotta do with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonists. You gotta have their names started with U. And I like that. Whoa, what is that dual field? I think that was a limited one, maybe. Ah, damn it. I love the different dual fields still. Okay, whoa. Interesting hand. Ash Blossom is good for going second, at least. Hello, Abelison. Good to see you again. Super Quantum Red Layer. Well, we're playing some sports now. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like for Graveyard and Banished cards. They're gonna be eaten. Eater of Millions. No, Yuta, it's Yuya. Yeah. Yuya, Yuri, Yugo, Yuto. You're watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Is that like a character in Jujutsu Kaisen? I can see the confusion then. Ooh, look at that. Oh, digital balls. Digital footballs. I like it. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do it on this same bloody on this same blasted column. Whatever. Skill terrain. Okay. That's gonna be a problem. In the meantime, let me see. Okay, that's gonna be trouble. Thank goodness we have a Feather Duster to take care of that right now. Man. If I didn't have that, I would be deep in it. I would be deep in it. Oh, yes. Anyway, emergency teleport, emergency Decarinja. Let's go. And a bit of Life Man with the Blue Dolphin, right? What deck am I playing? Super Quant. We're doing Super Quant, Super Sentai stuff. Anyway, yeah. We want the Super Sentai Giant Robot. Let's see if we can assemble it. We're gonna add Magna Carrier, but we need the presence of more cards. At this rate, it's not gonna work out. I'm going second, though, so... There's some potential good things we can do. What were the effects here? Hold on. Okay. What do we special summon here? What is green layers effect if we have that? No. What is black layers effect? Then we want black layer. I think we can have the king after all. Oh, never mind. I got it wrong. Okay, okay, no worries. But we're doing great things here. We don't want that extra mecha here. I'm gonna have to discard Ash Blossom. Or do I have to discard Ash Blossom? Hold on. I'm being a bit hasty here, maybe, but... I just want to deal a lot of damage because we're gonna do... We have to do double ACU Sky Thunder here. Should have had Black Layer in attack position. It's okay though. Yeah. I just want to deal the most damage because then we're gonna have... I don't want to discard Ash Blossom either. Let's do 3800 damage. Unless something gets negated here, you never know. Yes. Ledo Crusher! Look at that! We're damaging the field there. Well, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, it can be quite the intense sport, you know? It can be quite the intense sport. Alright, a different kind of giant robot. Double ACU Sky Thunder. Alright. We can work with this then. That's an insurance policy right there. Let's try that. Thank goodness for Harpy's freaking feather freaking duster, man. Let's see what happens though. They kind of had a bricked hand to start with. I don't know what their deck is. We're about to find out, most likely. I had a bit of an insurance policy with double ACU Sky Thunder. How do you prefer to call it, Tajigen? Double ACUs or Sky Thunder? I lean towards Sky Thunder. Yeah, also because I think there's another card that says double ACUs, or... And then the name after that is what's different, right? Divine Arsenal. That's maybe the name of the archetype. Would be fun to do a whole deck based on the archetype. Probably gonna require quite a few URs and SRs. So that's the only catch. The only thing preventing me from doing more. Anyway, as soon as we can activate Ash Blossom, it would be a good idea to activate that, I think. But alright. I might discard Ash Blossom then. Let's see what comes of this. Watashi no Tan, Duro, Metaverse. Not a good time for that, I think. Well, a good time to discard it, maybe. Can be good for that. Alright. Let me change it to attack position then. We can do that much. No need to summon anything here. I'm just double checking. Then let us discard the Metaverse to get Magna Liger here. Shoutouts to Gao Ranger. Gao! Hachi agare. Gao! Na. We might finish it right here. Let's have Sky Thunder direct attack. Let's see though, let's see. They have something down there. Instead of you, your opponent takes the battle damage you would have taken. Well, that's 3000 damage we're about to take. We can't negate that at all. Actually, do we want to activate anything here? I don't think so, right? And then Magna Liger. I think we can still finish it here, though. Okay. Well, the Black Ranger, the Black Layer, finishes it with a direct attack. Alright. Could have been better, could have been worse. I'll take that win. Yeah. The game is over. The game on the field is over. That's such a fun dual field. It must have been a limited time thing. I don't think we saw it there in the shop, right? Good game. But a deck of yours. You mean you have the recipe? Yeah, I may not have the cards for it. It could be interesting to see, Adelison. What do we have here? A whole Emperor of the Land and Sea card. Amazing. They gotta do, or maybe they did this already and I missed it. I've had a lot of players where I don't play this. They gotta do an event where you only use cards from 2006 and before. They have done some that are limited. No, wait, they did do that, but I don't know. One that's maybe more limited, more like 2002 instead. Why? They need to have a lot of those as permanent game modes, though. I hate that they don't. Maybe they would not have any things to run as an event, as a seasonal event if they did that, but I still hate it like this. I don't know. Anyway, on to the next duel immediately. The Quantal Sentai Mania does not stop here. I don't think so. We go first. Okay, let me take a look at that code later. Remind me after the duel, okay? Maxi, huh? This is a terrible going first hand, isn't it? Let's see. I gotta use normal summon Fairy Seaton and then try with the spell card there. Maybe. Yeah. This is a terrible first hand. But alright. Ghost Drake Mansion though. I'm always happy to see this dual field. Maxi, huh? They're mostly gonna waste that. I think. So I got a card from your deck to go. So there must be someone's work on your deck except. Let me try this one first. They will take advantage of that Maxi a little bit. With a different to control and defense position. Whose effect do we want to activate by doing it this way? White layer is not the card to choose. It's blue layer, good old blue layer. Remember the Kingpin from Arc V? I've yet to see Arc V Abelison. So I don't know. But yeah. Let me see this. From the deck to the hand, of course, it's gotta be the field card. I know I have Metaverse in there, but we can just discard it afterwards. Maxine keeps coming into play. For the rest of this turn, cards cannot be... Oh yeah, Droll and Lockbird. Alright. Then, what was it exactly? Cards cannot be added from either player's main deck to the hand. Neither of these is gonna do that, right? Super Common Monster from your deck, except Super Quantal, Fairy Zetan. Let's try this. Somebody is gonna get sent to the graveyard, and I want it to be... Does it need to be Black Layer? Oh wait, where is my Black Layer? It can't be that one. Okay. I can't do White Layer because I can't add anything from the deck to the hand anymore. What to do then? Yeah, because oh, that's not gonna work anymore. What am I gonna do here? This is not gonna work. We are very locked away from being able to do what we can do. It has to be Fairy Alpha, and it's just that White Layer is what I would send and add a Fairy Alpha to my hand after that, but it's not gonna work like that. Anyway. I'll summon White Layer like this then. Not sure if that's the best move, but not the worst move either, I like to think. I'm not gonna activate that effect. I'm gonna regret this, but I think I'm gonna discard Raigeki maybe? I shouldn't summon too many Xyz monsters maybe. Well, we definitely want to discard Metaverse. Grand Ball should be here. Luster Rex will prevent monster effects from being activated. Or wait, they can't use their Maxi anymore because of Droll and Lockbird. Yeah, both of them go in there. Yeah. They sabotaged themselves, but they also... I think they were aware of what they were doing. They knew what they were doing there. I'm always going to assume they know what they're doing. Even though a lot don't. Myself being one of them. But... Yeah. Maxi comes up. Droll and Lockbird comes up immediately after. End of turn. Tan Endo. Pass turn. What do you think, Black Magician? Dark Magician? Brahmaji? I will activate my own Max C at some point. Okay, okay. White layers effect, let's activate it immediately. We will add from the deck. Draw Unlocked Bird does not go into play anymore. Thank goodness a kaiju was used on one of my regular mecha rather than the giant robot Kinggrave Magnus. Aha. Well, nothing to do about it. Thank goodness one of them is in defense position. I forget Lightning Storm is for only attack position monsters. There goes my Magna Carrier, unfortunately. Now the Feather Duster is not on my side. Not on my side. Let's wait until we activate Max C, okay? Okay. Let's activate it now. So much C, so much C. Is Super Quantum like Science? I'm guessing Science is an archetype? Or a type of deck? Super Quantum is like Super Sentai in terms of the theme. In terms of the gameplay, Xyz gameplay, where you have all sorts of ways to Xyz summon your monsters, and eventually you want to summon a specific boss monster, but that can really only be done with the effect of the field card, rather than Xyz summoning mechanics. But you do need at least 3 Xyz monsters across the field and graveyard, ideally on the field, because the more materials of different names that you have on that boss Xyz monster, the better. It has a very powerful effect that rarely gets countered by an opponent because Super Quan decks are not that common. It's not expected. Getting that boss monster, that Kinggrave Magnus, is a difficult thing to do in the first place. Most of the time I don't get to summon it. Anyway, we have a lot of spiders here. Yeah, in a way, the kaiju they use fits the theme a little bit. I like to think Radium fits my theme of Super Quan because it's a tribute to Ultraman, so it's like, you know, arguably any kaiju might fit because it's a kaiju and it's Super Sentai and all that. That's the end of the duel, though. At least let's try to activate Blue Layer's effect. Let's shuffle Blue Layer back into the deck. No reason for it, but yeah. That's 8,000 damage straight up before they even do anything else. Number 77, the 7 Sins. Why can't we be reasonable like reasoning? Look at that. I'm getting Numeron vibes from this thing, from what little I know of Numeron. But okay, let me check out the deck code you shared there. Where did I look at it? It's just in deck building, right? Like in the deck tab. Oh yeah, we were cooked. For sure. It's all about summoning Kinggrave Magnus. Had I summoned Kinggrave Magnus though, it would have still been problematic maybe? That would have been a counter in terms of like one of the ways you can counter Kinggrave Magnus is just to have more attack. One of those times where it was getting countered, I had the Xyz card that made it gain more attack. That's an equipped trap card, I think, only for Super Quant. And it's no one you're gonna see in a meta Super Quant deck. So it's like, I was proud of that one. Yeah, okay. Copy from... No, not public deck, right? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. What do we have right here? Throwing. / throwing. Okay, I see a few SRs, a few URs. Let me copy it. I'm just gonna keep it named. Yeah, probably don't have a lot of what's going on in the extra deck right there. I should give it a name of some sort, but... Okay. Okay. Flower Guardian Polonia. Well, I can definitely craft that one. What goes on with this deck? A lot of drawing cards, Flower Guardian stuff. I wish they would let you test decks even if you don't have the materials. Just some generic opponent that's always the same cards they use or something. Some generic AI, I don't know. Flower Guardian Board Fly. I can tell it's a Flower Guardian. I'll name it this. I'll name it this. Did I mean to do that? A misclick of the right mouse click right there. Alright, might as well get my rewards here. We're doing decently in the duel pass though. What the heck? The Kingpin's Guardian / draw first turn kill. It's a lot of drawing and yeah, okay, I see what's going on with it. I'll keep it copied though. I don't guarantee I'm gonna do anything with it, but thanks for sharing it. I would read a little bit of the card effects or something, but it would probably be too long to properly understand what's going on with it by just reading. Why is it that you can only use your coins in ranked duels? What does that have to do with anything? The custom coins. Well, that's only part of greed for me, but they could be doing so many more accessories and cosmetics. Konami, you actually want my money. You should be doing more fashion duel. Master fashion, however you want to call it. Anyway, shall we begin by being reasonable? Or shall we do Fairy Seaton instead? Oh no, wait, no. I need a Super Quan monster controlled on the field in the first place. Let's give it a try with reasoning first. We might end up discarding Maxi. Let's see what happens. Level 4, reasoning is gone. Okay, Fairy Alphan. But that means I don't get to use my normal summon on Fairy Alphan. Might be okay. Might be. Yes, let's activate the effect here. Or attempt to activate it. I should not have done it already, but... Red layer, white layer, blue layer. Or do I want green layer? Well, blue layer should be there for sure. No, no, no. Red, white, and blue. Like some flags of some countries, huh? Our country is a Super Sentai country, though. A country with giant robots. I can see that happening in the future. You play Civilization and you can have that. Sid Meier's Civ. But yeah, we're not gonna use that effect. Blue layers effect not used from the graveyard. Red layers effect from the graveyard. However, yes, we're gonna use that bad boy. It's gotta be blue layer with special summon. We still need a Magna Carrier somewhere, somehow, some way. Seaton might be the way to do that. Let me see. Let me see. I have no way to do that. I think I have to just normal summon it and then tribute it, and that may not be good enough though. I'm gonna try to get... I like thinking of the right strategy here, right? There's also right strategies I can do. Because I'm so casual, I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna try to use the other effect then. Let's see how it goes. It's more likely to get negated if it's from the field, I guess, but... Pardon me. Okay. Because something is also gonna get sent to the graveyard right away. And... yeah, okay, I have an idea here. With potential. There's potential here. We got potential. We got potential. We got some potential. We may be able to get King Gray Magnus. We'll see. Are you about to Ash Blossom me? Okay. Special summon from the deck is green layer. Oh no, wait! I fucked up. I fudged up. I was not supposed to summon Fairy Alphan. Okay. Thank you for the effect, Wheeler. I was not supposed to do that because I need 3 cards in my hand for what I'm about to do. I was gonna have to summon Fairy Alphan. Thank you. Oh my god. Give me the Magna Carrier, please. We need to do this and... Okay. Oh my gosh. I fudged. I fugged. I freaked. I panicked. Now, shall we discard cards one by one? First, Fairy Alphan. Thank you for negating that effect that was gonna sabotage me. Self-sabotage. Thank you for the effect, Wheeler. Well, perhaps we can assemble the king after all. In one of the best ways possible. Raigeki is gone. Yes, we will discard Maxi. It's for a good cause. It's for a good cause. Shenanigans may still happen in the next turn. We may get a Kaiju. Removing our king from the field. There's a contingency for that, but it's still bad when that happens, of course. We had that happen last time. I think it was on the last stream. But anyway, Grand Pulse. And had Effect Wheeler not been activated there... Well, it may still not have been able to do much after that. Yosh, Gattai. Gattai no Toki. We're still gonna have our share of giant robots from Space Sheriff Gavin Infinity. Kansen, King Greato Magnus. Kansen. There, better pronounced, I think. That's the end of the turn! Right. Let's see what comes of this. Ah, that's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. That spell card that allows me to get the Magna Carrier activated directly from the deck, banishing that card itself, and then very often. Oh my goodness, that was the way to do it. Tenpai Dragon Genroku. Yes, we want to ideally keep Kinggrave Magnus with 6 materials, but if needed, let me see. Yeah, you can only detach a card to shuffle 1 card on the field into the deck on a main phase, so gotta be careful, gotta play things the right way. They're gonna synchro summon probably. Okay. Special summoning. The moment I see a monster that has more attack than my Kinggrave Magnus is the moment I should shuffle it back, or attempt to shuffle it back into the deck, or extra deck. That's the way it goes. They can add cards from the deck to the hand. They're still able to do a lot right now from the look of it. We're gonna see a major synchro summon, I think. This is what I wanted though. Summoning the king yet again. I would love it if they did a single player mode for the Super Quand archetype and show you the lore. That's the only way you get to learn the lore of these cards. The thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! The thing about Duel Monsters is that if the card has an effect, it's not gonna tell you the lore about it. Only normal monsters have lore text to them. Okay. We should maybe not let them go too far with these summons, but how far do you let it go before you use an effect that you maybe should save for another time, right? That's the thing. Anyway, this is the deck we're facing. I'm not sure what to call this day. Sangenpai Transcendent. Let me see. All monsters your opponent controls must attack if able. Your opponent attacks are in battle phase. You can change the monster's attack position. I gotta try to activate the effect now and see what comes of it. Do we wanna have blue layer sent to the graveyard? We'll send white layer to the graveyard. They're gonna be able to add cards from their deck to their hand now. Okay. Did go back to the deck, the extra deck I mean. Add this to the hand, thin the deck a little bit. We may be able to use Fairy Alpha next turn. If there's a next turn. We don't know what's gonna happen next. And yeah, I already did this. Once per turn. See, Kinggrave Magnus is not that overpowered. In terms of those effects either. Okay. We don't want to shuffle a card onto the deck again if we can help it. Magna Carrier again. Okay. Just in case, it's good to have that back into the hand. We want to try to activate Fairy Alpha's effect to summon from the deck. Okay, the special summon something. I might actually activate Kinggrave Magnus' effect here. Or are they special summoning? Okay. They're gonna chain something. They're gonna do a combo here. Alright. Now, I didn't have anything to fear from that dragon there when it came to Kinggrave Magnus being hit by effects, but I thought it was a good idea to shuffle it back in there. And yeah, I think I would have regretted it more had I not shuffled it back. But alright. What was Black Layers? Yeah. I think we want to try Black Layer, red and blue. Black, red, and blue. Let's see what comes of it. Red layer goes to the graveyard. Somebody's gonna be special summoned. Okay, not to the graveyard. That's okay though. I think I want to use blue layer's effect as well. Yeah, something is gonna be added from the graveyard then. What to add from the graveyard? Blue layer actually, or Zetan. I think we want to do very Zetan. How are we doing with the graveyard? I think we want to add blue layer back to the deck, or no? I think I messed up, maybe. Well, I'll add blue layer herself back to the deck. We can add a spell from the deck to the hand. Which spell should we go for? I only have one of that spell that allows me to also banish and do more, and... Okay, let's do this one. The one named after episode 19 of the Super Sentai series. Ah, yeah, I forgot how good that damn name is. I just love it so much. Okay, change the position, control, super control from your deck and can be activated this turn. What was this effect again? Let me summon Magna Liger in this way. We might be able to have a decent combo of Double Ace Sky Thunder and King Grey Magnus. Let's have Magna Liger here in this way, and let me see. I don't think we want to activate the spell, actually. Let's attack with Magna Liger. Something might be activated in response. Nothing got activated in response. King Grey to Magnus, direct to attack! Okay. Double Ace Sky Thunder, a different kind of giant robot. The two giant robots standing side by side. We have a mighty setup right here. A mighty. One of the mightiest setups we can possibly have from this deck. You are gonna get set on the field. End of the turn. Town, shoot you down. Okay. Like, I gotta keep sorting things through my brain and take a moment with some of the things I'm doing here, but it's so worth it. It pays off so well. So freaking well. We're killing it, Tajigen. We got one of the best possible setups for this deck. This is one of the best scenarios, if not the best scenario. These two on the field. When Sky Thunder's effect activates to remove all cards except itself from the field, King Grey Magnus does not get affected by that. Why do I keep saying King Grey Magnus is so great? Because you got at least 4 materials with different names. It is unaffected by card effects except Super Quan cards. That is crazy powerful. I want to say OP, but compared to other meta cards and all that, and the way you gotta do things to set it up, to be able to summon it, maybe not that OP. There's a reason we don't see Super Quant at the top of the meta all the time, I guess. I don't know. I still love it, though. And seriously, like, it's already been like 3 years since I first got introduced to this, through Master Duel mostly. It got me more into Super Sentai and got me to appreciate the giant robots, the mecha, and now I'm falling in love with them. I always thought they could get kind of stale and boring, especially the giant robot fights, but now I love the hell out of them, and I'm looking forward to catching up with all 50 years of Super Sentai. At least I have time to catch up with it with no new series going on. I'll go ahead and count that as a win, by the way. But yeah. Not just because of this, but now, like, the fusion of multiple things to create something that has only born out of that fusion. I mean, that's what a giant robot is in many ways. And multiple team members all together in a team. I love that sort of thing as well. You would think I would have gotten into Super Sentai before Kamen Rider, but anyway. I was in the middle of watching Live Man. I gotta get back to that. And Ranger I actually kind of started, but that might be for later. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the best card games out there, but there's a very steep learning curve indeed. And there's a lot I haven't actually properly learned. And that's why I keep saying I'm casual, but it's alright. We will go into others though. Sooner than later I want to have that Magic the Gathering stream. And that one is going to be so much fun because of all the collabs as well, but I want to learn the thing itself. Let me see. Do we want to go for another duel here? Or I think it's time for a casual match. Or something. Well, I keep talking about Toku. Let's have the Kamen Heroes deck in casual match. I think it's casual enough for casual match. Sometimes you can do some things in that deck that are like, maybe this is too much for casual match, but let me change it. Kamen Heroes, where are you, my friend? Here you are. I should change some accessories or something. Well, yeah, instead of Gaia, there's another mate that might fit better. Misclick. Mate. My mate! Revendred Slayer. That's the vibes of Mask Heroes, Elemental Heroes. Well, this is more fitting though. Should have just gone for that. Dual Field. Yeah, nice skyscrapers. I personally don't like MTG and Pokemon TCG because they have a rotation rather than a timeless format. Yeah, I mean, what is the difference exactly? I don't know. To me, it's always a rotation of like rule sets and cards that are banned and all that. No, I think I maybe know what you mean though. TCG was Pokemon TCG was tough for me when we were last doing it, and I don't mean the Game Boy game. That was a beautiful playthrough, but rather, yeah, you would see more repetition with the decks everybody's using. Maybe they needed more game modes. I don't know. Here we're in ranked duels, right? So seeing repetition of the same meta decks over and over is kind of inevitable. Maybe we're not seeing it as much because we're still in the early ranks right now, but I found that it wasn't that bad. I don't know. But we have to try it again, especially with how much we've done. How much we've done with let me see. I'll have this. How much we've done with Pokemon recently. I'll have this. It was R for Rider, right? Oh no, wait. R for Rider is what we wanted. Lida. Rotation makes it so you cannot use cards from older sets and thus making the decks a lot weaker, but instead you cannot be as creative with deck building. Okay, I see what you mean. I think I see the difference. Yeah. Well, Pot of Greed. Blue Eyes alternative. Wait, all this time this has been the alternative White Dragon? I didn't know this. Huh. Well, the effect does say you consider it as Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? I thought it was just the Blue Eyes White Dragon all that time. On that coin. The protector we were using was that, right? Do we want to change this? Nah, screw it. Let's keep using that protector. Let's have a casual duel. It just goes hard into leaning into that Kamen Rider tribute for this, right? That's what makes it more casual, maybe? If Yu-Gi-Oh had rotation, you wouldn't be able to use Super Quants in ranked because they're old sprigs. Yeah. I think I see the difference. What's wrong with having both formats and having multiple modes to fight? I don't know how it works in tournaments. It's kind of like when I look at Pokemon competitive, and they don't do this officially, I think, but OU, UU, and U. RU. Rarely used, never used, overused, underused. Something like that. A format that bans fusions completely. A format that bans Synchro and Xyz completely. I don't know. Let's have multiple formats, and then you can have events run for so long. They already run for so long, I guess, but you have multiple brackets of different kinds of tournaments, different modes. You look at something like swimming, and there's different kinds of swimming in it, different contests. Why not do that? I don't get it. I don't know. That's not going to count as a victory. That doesn't go into... Well, of course I get... Well, I was going to say I get rewards. No, this is casual. Doesn't go into the record. MTG has timeless, but MTG Arena is mad expensive. Is it? That's not nice to hear. I want to learn it anyway, either way. It's gonna be fun. At least. It's good if it has timeless, though. The problem with timeless is that, yeah, some cards just become too powerful. Banning cards like this, like they do for Duel Monsters. I must insist on calling it Duel Monsters if I can. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not the card game, right? Duel Monsters. But yeah. It's just tough to balance these things. It's tough. I want to see how Magic the Gathering feels, though, because look at that duel field. Because it was like the first card game of this sort. And it's the kickstart to this whole thing with card games. There are so many card games, though. There's a Dragon Ball card game. I was made aware of that in that recent like event they did for Dragon Ball. It kind of sucks when they have their own card game because it means they're never gonna collab with something else for its own card game. Let's activate it immediately. Ame no Habakiri no Mitsurugi. You're gonna use some structures to do rank, but getting back's a lot harsher than Yu-Gi-Oh! Ugh. That hurts. Call by the Grave, that hurts too. 2 polymerizations, look at that though. What can I do with this hand? I don't know. Anyway. Elemental Hero Stratos. Those allow me to add a card to the hand, so it would allow me to do something with polymerization right there, if I'm even able to do it. Mitsurugi no Mikoto Sachi. Mitsurugi. Another thing that pushed me away from MTG was the collapse as well. Yeah, fair enough. To me, that's pushing me towards it. But make no mistake, Tajigen, I want to learn the lore itself of all MTG-related things. They have a multiverse themselves, don't they? And given that I think Hasbro was involved, or no, Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast is the team, is the group behind it. There's some D&D collabs. I want to see those for sure. Battle Spirits is the one I really need to learn because, again, Kamen Rider collabed with it, but at the same time, it's only available in Japanese pretty much. It's a mess. Toei, I think, is behind Battle Spirits. They have their own Digimon card game, their own Dragon Ball card game, though. That makes it less likely to show up in Battle Spirits as a collab, though. I mean, fun to learn other card games, I guess? I don't know. Trying to become the Fortnite of card games. That can be praised as well. That can be praised. Fortnite has gone crazy. I haven't played it in years. It's been years now. I don't think I'd be able to run it on the stream right now anyway. It's a lot of gigabytes, probably. I feel like I missed out on so freaking much. Shame on them, though. Shame on them for going for Power Rangers. The cheap, easy, cowardly route. Instead of doing Super Sentai. Where's my Go Ranger? They did do a Super Sentai tribute before that, though. Something that is more its own tribute. I played Pokemon TCG because I was bored and found it fun, but yeah. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. As long as you had a good experience. So many card games. Something I forgot about things such as Shadowverse. We're getting to this TCG mania, but at the same time, I'm keeping it all digital either way. MTG has its own lore like Yu-Gi-Oh, but they have been pushing that aside for collabs. I like to think it's always going to be there if they want to return to it. I know they've had books. I have a book of Magic the Gathering I've never read, but I got it a while ago. The Phyrexian Nightmare, I think. One of a trilogy or something like that. There's a lot going on with this deck. It almost doesn't feel like it's casual, but I'll give benefit of doubt to the person we're facing. There's a reason they're in casual duel, right? I'll have to refill my water soon, probably after the stream. Getting introduced to command decks. What is that gonna be like? Commander or command, whatever it was. I said it was a New Year's resolution. Already the first month has passed. Oh yeah, the first stream of February, by the way, Tajigen. Depends on your time zone. Maybe it was yesterday as well, but Galen Granite, hello there. I recognize you. Like I said, I don't mind to do collabs, but I feel like collabs should have been their own format and the regular TCG says be the main format. I have mixed feelings about that. I feel like collabs hit more... Oh, Nibiru the Primal Being, okay. Collabs hit more strongly if they really are part of the game by being in the main format, but we need more formats on everything. Let's have like 5 different like categories on a tournament event, and then you can make more out of the event, you know? I don't know, that's what it feels like to me. We gotta try doing something with Stratos first. We may lose it though, but what do we want to add from the deck to the hand? Liquid Soldier, maybe? We want some fancy effects from the heroes we're using right here. I think we won't be able to do much in this duel, but... Oh. Okay, I'll discard the card. Do we want to discard Max Charge, or... I'm gonna discard 1 Polymerization. What do we want to add to the hand, however? Because if I use Liquid Soldier, we want to try that. Polymerization with Stratos and Liquid Soldier, maybe. Let's try that. Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, dual monsters doing collabs, that's pretty much unheard of. If they do, they tend to just make it be a cosmetic thing. Just a change to the look of the card and nothing else. Nothing else, really. So yeah. Nothing else to do here, right? Now, I regret discarding the other Polymerization, but it's all good. Then we should have another one after this, trying the same deck. See if we can take advantage of hero stuff. If not, I think it's been showcased on the stream before. Although I feel like if I have that challenge where I should do at least 2 duels in solo, then we should do another one with this deck. I've done so many duels in solo mode with this deck. I want to get back to it so badly. So badly. Mostly I want to do that, I think, off stream. It's kind of funny. With Master Duel is the opposite of how we handle other games, where it's like the more grindy stuff, or well, multiplayer stuff that has no story to it, let's say, it's gonna be off stream. The story is for the stream, right? But hey, Story Saturday was yesterday. Don't forget we have that alliteration going on there. Used to be Story Sunday, now it's Story Saturday. This is definitely going to work out a lot better for my schedule. I'll have some things to do to prepare for the week ahead. Good game for this person, by the way. One would think with the way... Oh, I thought that was going to be the end of it. But yeah, with the way they did this deck, this is not a casual deck we're facing. There must be something about this that makes it not that viable for meta, or who knows what. MTG has like 20 plus formats since MTG works via rotation, and the main issue with that is that those formats never change because the cards there never get new support or new stuff. Yeah, that has a lot of caveats. There should be a combination of both timeless and rotation somehow. It sounds like I might just do my own like personal format, but that's never gonna be acknowledged by like MTG Arena or a video game. I don't know how it works. But anyway, a few frames from internet dropped. Hopefully nobody got any buffering or something. Mitsurugi is a meta engine. Then I don't know what this player is doing using this deck in casual. Maybe to learn it. Learn it in rank, for heaven's sake. What's the problem? Archmage is new as well? Okay. Solo is a good way to learn it too. But no, we see the duel through until the end. I never have problems doing this, by the way. Let them do their full combo. IP Masquerina. Yeah. Normal splashable card. Splashable card I've seen plenty of times. But what was I gonna say? When we're streaming, this is a perfect time to be yapping, catching up with you, chat, talking about all sorts of things. Do we want to normal summon Liquid Soldier? Yes, I think we do. And attempt to use this effect. It's only when it's normal summoned, actually. It's not when you special summon it that you get to activate that effect. Sadly, even if nothing gets negated here, there's nothing I can do with them. Well, there's Link Summoning. Well, there's no polymerization, there's no masks change. There are things that work with mask change, but not mask change itself. I love this deck so much, though. I love it. If I were not streaming, and I were doing this, I've literally read books. I'm not throwing shade, I'm not being cheeky saying that. I can literally read books while I wait for them to do their thing, when I have no confirmation from my side, right? Or there's all sorts of multitasking I can do. That makes it sound like the game is not enjoyable to play at all, but no. If it weren't, I wouldn't be bothering it in the first place. Master Duel will always have a special place in my heart. I'm glad to see that after 4 years it's still doing fine. I wanted to keep doing fine, actually. And especially we can still find players in casual duel. I am afraid that we only find people using meta decks or something in casual duel. That's just boring. Get out of casual duel. We don't want you here. We don't want your kind here. Funny way to phrase it. Let's try it again and see if we can showcase more of that Mask Hero deck. Come in, heroes. I personally prefer Yu-Gi-Oh! For the opposite reason. While it is true that previous strong decks still exist, I personally believe Yu-Gi-Oh! Could do without a rotation if Konami handled the ban list properly. Yeah, these are deep cuts. To me, it feels like you should have both. I don't know. Just have a lot of options for players to use and let them duel there. I like to think the Master Duel player base is large enough that you could do that. See, what we get in events is what would be considered a rotation, maybe. Rotation to me can mean all sorts of things, not just, okay, let's sacrifice life points, we need to use this. Either way, we need to use this. A hero lives. What do we want to summon? Stratos, and I think it's time for... No, let's have Stratos. Or no, wait. Solid Soldier? No. Liquid Soldier. I am going to use Stratos. Oh yeah, we haven't normal summoned anybody, right? Let us attempt to bring somebody here into the hand. Vision Hero Vion. I'm forgetting my effects here. Hold on. Yeah. We'll have polymerization added thanks to Blazeman. This is the way to do it. Yeah. Okay. I do remember some of my combos here. Alright. But yeah, rotation doesn't have to mean only the old cards are removed. The future cards, in a way, are removed. Or certain select cards, and you rotate like that. Why should it always be just the old cards? It is the easy way out. I mean, who knows how it works? Who the staff in the company behind the game are, who are like doing these things. I don't know. You need some crazy logistics, some crazy brain power for whoever is coming up with this. That's another story. It's another story. Let's have Miracle Fusion here. Rotation just means that decks can completely cycle out of the meta and can be used after a new set of packs, which leads to lesser power creep, but the main issue with that is that it's all samey. Like, if rotation to me, the word itself implies, okay, let's ban, for example, let me set my cards first. As we yap about this. Let's say if this were done in Duel Monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Elemental Hero decks are banned completely. Every single Elemental Hero card is banned. Whether Mask Hero, whether D-Hero, Vision Hero, what have you. Banned. For the next 2 formats. And then it does come back. It's not banned permanently after a rotation. That's what it sounded like to me from what you were explaining there. But if they're banned forever and they never come back, forever and ever, like, yeah, no, don't do that. Rotate, all sorts of rotation. Take this archetype out of it. It's not like that. Okay. Yeah. Back and forth. Some things return, some things don't. And there's a lot of potential like that. The cards don't come back. They need to come back, or at least there should be rotations that allow them to come back in some way. They're gone. That's cheap, and it is a way to maybe keep getting players money to buy new cars and stuff. It's probably that. You don't need to have a lifetime format. A timeless, that's the word you used. You don't need it to be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Timeless format. Ooh, what is this deck? CW, XYC. Not XC's, XYC stuff. Those kinds of things. Oh, Utopia. Hello, Utopia. I know you. We have Mass Change, we have Honest Neos. What do we have here? Okay. Do we want to have... we don't want to destroy Mass Change, I think. This guy's special summon... If I use this for Sunrise, I would only have Koga. I can have Mass Charge, yeah. Mass Charge can make me get that card back. What are they doing? Increasing Utopia's attack. Honest Neos is gonna help me out immensely, so let's do that. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, Honest Neos is where... Whichever step we're at... The battle step... Is the damage step next? Yeah. Let's use it now. My dear Honest Neos, my dear Honest Neos. How I love you for this reason. Yeah, it doesn't have to be one or the other. Just because rotation always removes them doesn't mean you have to go for timeless. Why does rotation mean they're gone? That's not what rotation means. If you rotate a clock, if you rotate something with like 12 different numbers on it, you go past the 6 and eventually that 6 returns. I get it, but still. Let's get Mass Charge to maybe get a Mass Change back. Well, I want Honest Neos back in my hand. Yeah. Hold on. We can finish the duel right here, I think. Let's finish it. I think we want to do that. I'm gonna activate Honest Neos already. This is... What was the attack we got? This is not gonna finish it, but I can activate Mass Change after this. Oh, well. We may not finish it. We have a set card there. Anyway, direct to attack. Or at least attempting a direct attack. Negate the attack. Something is gonna be special summon. Alright. It's also sort of rotation-ish. Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe that's the balance right there. Okay. Henshin! Mass Change! Maybe I did activate Honest Neos too soon. Mass Hero Koga. That's the only one that's gonna get summoned from that. Right there. So, let me see. Yeah, no need to activate this effect. Right there. Let us destroy that hero over there. Yeah, Mass Change 2 is not gonna happen. On the other hand, Mass Charge will. And they're gonna be aware of what I have in my hand, but I must insist on that Honest Neos yet again. So, let's do this. I will set both Mass Change and Mass Change 2 onto the field. MTG is a timeless format as well, but it's a lot shittier than Master Duel. Next decks take up powers of previous, while the old decks get hit on the ban list, while then all decks will show up and occasionally do support. You can do a balance for that, or you can do the rotation in the way I said without banning them forever. Like, why would you do that besides we need money from you for new cards? But I think it also comes a lot to just manpower, human power. Do I want to count that as a victory? No, that doesn't count as a victory. No. That's a connection failed. It looked like I was gonna win anyway, but I don't want to count that. No. That doesn't count as a bloody victory. But it just requires a lot of logistics, a lot of back and forth, a lot of meetings where, hey, for the people working on the game, this is just another bunch of spreadsheets, probably coding, logistics, planning. I don't know what the hell a meeting in Konami headquarters looks like for figuring out formats and stuff. For Wizards of the Coast, for the Pokemon Company, like Toei. The logistics of these things get crazy. So when you just rotate like that, you don't have to think about it that much and thus spend 80 hours, 2 whole work weeks to figure out what the format for this next season is going to be. And you have to do that every season, right? I don't know, something like that. But there's got to be a better way. That's a better way to go about it. Well, and it also comes from the fact that we need to get new money. What reason do you have to buy the new cards otherwise, right? But Yu-Gi-Oh figures it out. How about you try Elestrials? That might be for another time. Yu-Gi-Oh does have Time Wizard format. What was that again? Elestrials is like every other card game, but without the bad stuff. Elestrials. Let me Google that. That's for me to check out another time. Wait, I thought that was the name of an archetype. Oh, Elestrials. Experience a mythical world where gods and titans shape creation. Aspire to become a judge, mediating disputes and building community trust. Engage in a new card game with immersive gameplay and rare collectible cards. The project achieves successful crowdfunding. I am gonna write this down. Thanks for the recommendation there about Elestrials. I like the sound of that. Time Wizard is essentially time travel and use older cards without cards from modern. Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. That's the actual name it has. I love that they named it Time Wizard. I love that. They need to introduce that in here. Or I think they did in a previous festival, but not quite what Time Wizard is like in the physical game, right? Time Travel 2012 uses cards from 2012 and back. That's what I've been mentioning. That's what I've been talking about right there. Yeah, I want to see more of that, Tajigen, for sure. Anyway, we are having so much fun and we can have more, but that'll be the end of the stream right here. A shorter and sweeter affair after the great epicness we've had the entire week. Don't think this is the last time we'll see Duel Monsters. We can have more fun with it in the future for sure. Then perhaps next time I want to make it focus on an event, only when there's an event going on again, a festival, something. Or when I build other decks that I can work with. Super Quant, great fun though, I can keep dealing with it over and over. They do it in the form of dual trials, but they still have to make it into an official rule set. A lot of those things that are dual trials, festivals, they gotta have as permanent modes that also have their own rank going on. Or maybe they don't have ranks, but they're not like casual duel either, so you can still earn rewards from them. Or at least stuff for the dual pass, you know? I hate that you can't do it like that. Like, maybe they wouldn't have, oh, we're lagging, hold on. Can we at least, ISP, you silly ISP, can you at least let me end the stream normally? You drunkard ISP. John ISP. Alright, I was gonna close the game anyway, but alright. Let's return to the portal. So the duel record total, 5 wins, 4 losses, not counting that connection failed win I got. Connection failed from my opponent. I don't think it was their internet, right? Like, that happens. I don't know, I mean, even when I have internet issues sometimes, that doesn't happen to me. So maybe it's not so much the game side of things. But it's like, I see that happen so freaking much, and it seems to be on the game side of things, on the duel, on the Master Duel side of things. It's weird. I don't know. But yeah, not counting that as a win. Maybe in casual. 5 wins and 4 losses. We still got more wins than losses. That's the important thing right there. If I counted those others that weren't counted, we had more wins, but you know, it's not about that. Xeralt, I hope I said the name right. You're a superstar now. Thank you for the follow. That is the stream week right here, Tajigen. We did well. We did well for sure. Look at the amazing things we did this week. Amazing, amazing things happened in F14. Hello, hello. Well, good thing we're ending the stream now. I was just about to end the stream and I can't even end it normally. Like, come on. At least it would be worse had it happened earlier. Sorry, my ISP sucks. We ranted about it earlier this week. They used to be good. We downloaded... No, we started the stream. Welcome back, by the way. If you have the stream back. You know, the funny thing is, we started the stream downloading a 10 gigabyte update. A 10 gigabyte update in the game, no lag whatsoever. And now this silliness happens. Yes, we're ending it, Moody. We're ending it. Hey, you silly ISP, you give me some rewards in Havirican now. Thanks for the frame drop. Thanks for the frame drops and the recons and all the gold. Don't cry, Moody, don't cry. Cry because it happened, maybe. Don't cry because it's over. Be glad that it happened. A full stream week. How many hours did we do, actually? We, like, count all the hours. Oh, February 5th is the anniversary. Then we have a very good reason to have it again next week. What is the 5th of February again? It is this Thursday, huh? Xeralt, thank you for letting me know about that. X, sorry, you told me to call you X. X, thank you for letting me know about that. Yeah, super fun once again. You have a good week as well, Moody. And once again, we'll end it without a raid on the purple dimension side of things. Yeah, it feels like we're not doing raids that often right now. But no, that was just it this week. There's a way we can potentially have it next week for the way we'll distribute those. Because I was thinking Legend CA, since it's also going to be a shorter affair potentially, we do it either on Sunday or Thursday. Perhaps Thursday is still good for Master Duel then, because it's going to be for that. Usually the stream schedule does look like that in terms of the days in a row, and even the start times. Thursday to Sunday. That's the way it is now for 2026. It might remain like that for a while. If I can help it, remains like that for a while, because it's good for me, for other reasons, for my other job, other work I do. It works out really well that way. So it's nice when your schedule can work out that way. Some variants can be done, and next week there's going to be variants in the way Friday works. And thus, what we would have done in Shadowbringers for that Final Fantasy Friday is instead going to be for Story Saturday. It's a story-based situation anyway, so look out for that. Legend CA a bit on the shorter side as we still wrap up the loose ends a little bit, continuing with the Infinite CA Royale ambition. Because we want to get to 20 of those, and any extra time we might do in online battles, unless my internet gets silly. See, it was only for a moment right there. Well, we got an awful attack of internet shenanigans on like Thursday. That was worse. But it still shouldn't even happen in the first place, right? So, anyway, I ranted enough about that. We hold the line either way, and we do what we set out to do no matter what stuff happens. We proved it this week. How many hours was it again? It was about like 6.5, 7.5, Friday, 6.5 for the Eureka thing. Or no, 5.5 is more like what we got, right? I think? I don't know. I'm losing track of things. About, 25 hours if I calculated that right. Nice amount, nice number right there. Yeah. A part-time work week. This is a job in many ways. I'm a professional, and I prove it by getting past the scuff. Let's see what scuff we get past this coming week. Hopefully there's not a lot of it. Really, when you look at the overall hours, 90% of them were without scuff this week. It's fine. I panic about the craziest things. I panic when I don't use my cards right. Anyway, Master Duel may indeed be back next week. The anniversary, the actual anniversary is coming. Let's see if we do something for it. We shall see. But otherwise, expect a very similar schedule this coming week. May you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, Tajigen, if it is the weekend. I'll be seeing you around. Let's keep doing more content for the rest of the week as well, even if it's not streams. Trying to get better at that. Anyway, we'll end it right here. Loved you all. Thanks for making this week even greater than it already was, Tajigen. I'll see you around. Otsukai-sama.